I'm not gonna try that.
I think I got my wiring wrong for my my soundboard because of course, like I think this thing's is plugged into not a USB 3.0 slot, so it's giving me a little bit of problems. So for those of you unaware, I did well today. What I was doing was I was cleaning up my entire office space, rearranging some shit around. I took my desk that was normally a sectional L-shaped thing, and I decided to cut the L right out of it. So I have more of an open space here. So yeah, all of this extra room allows me to do more green screen shenanigans without worrying about a shadow being casted by a portion of the desk. It also gives me like some more leg space. Like I don't know what to do with all this extra leg space, but hey, I've got leg space. Of course, we know that Ash is running late. He did comment in the chat earlier saying that his Wi-Fi is acting up. Mark is obviously still dealing with his family stuff, so we're going to give him his time, obviously. And then Cloudy, who is under the weather but has a deeper voice than Barry White and can definitely get some bitches tonight.
That is a lie. I hate you. Shut up. Hi, what's up? I don't have a very good voice for tonight, so forgive me, please. Sorry.
What you got, and does it end in Gina all over your face?
No. Stop. Jesus Christ, yeah. But yeah. We want to continue on with the writer stuff. I have been very sick all week, so bouncing been back and forth.
Well, since the majority of tonight's stream is probably going to be nothing but Gotchard ranting, we should probably start with the good stuff, and that was Boom Boomger this week. So just to take things in a different direction, first off, because yeah, the way Gotchard's been going, like we saw the seeds of it last week, and then with this last episode, it just I'm like I don't even know what's going on. So let's focus on Boom Boomger first, because we did get somewhat an explainer when it comes to Bundrio and his thing. Now, my biggest question is, chat, you guys.
Tie his money, where it comes from.
No. What accident gets your license revoked? Like, what do you think? What do y'all in chat thinks he did? Do you think he actually hit that down bro's baby like I put in that opening bit? Or do you think something else happened? Because I'm just like, what do you do to get your license revoked? Also, you're a transforming vehicle robot thing. Doesn't that like just fuck up your entire existence? Can you like not transform? And does that also mean that Taya's been controlling Bundrio without a license this entire time? Like, or is it just Bundrio's not allowed to control himself, which is why the others have to pilot him? So let's see. Kick the baby, massive driver's accident. But what kind of accident?
I think you're onto something with that second half, because we haven't really, you've never seen him like drive himself in the cockpit. Yeah. Maybe.
But it's still, I just want to know what happened to get a license revoked.
Yes, but we'll get that.
But then how did he crash land to Earth if his license was revoked?
Maybe he was like, he was just like drunk and just started like drifting without thinking.
You're saying they're just random interstellar roads up in space?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, what do you think Rainbow Road is? Of course it's got to be
Ain't nobody seeing that. I do actually like what Chest of Greatness said over here. He got framed.
Ooh.
Because that could possibly
also
tie
very
into
bad pun.
The very new, like, off-color Bundrio that we saw in the scans.
Oh,
like,
right.
What if Bundrio did the accident, pretended that it was him, and then he got his license revoked because of it? Like, it was just...
What, you thinking twin brother kind of thing? Or like,
yeah. Like, he got framed
friend?
by the other, like, off-color Bundrio.
Ooh, that could be fun. I would be down for that.
And that ends up being, like, the big twist. I didn't even think of that until now. That's good.
Yeah, I like it.
Let's see. He ate sand. Were they racing in Mars? Like what?
But it was weirdly framed that he was like the way he was like exploring space. It was like he was controlling himself moving through space. But it's like, why is he doing that, or how is he doing that in the first place?
Or like the second they said your license is revoked, he's just like, fuck this, I don't need you guys anymore, and then just starts like randomly driving in space. Apparently, like, I guess they didn't send the police, like the intergalactic police, after him. He just went on a bender and then just crashed on Earth.
Yeah, it's just like, my life is over now. I can't drive myself. I'm done.
If it's his twin brother, what would his name be? I don't know. If it's not Bundrio Banderas, then it would be
Bundrio Banderas.
Or Badrio, implying that he's bad.
Maybe like, I don't know, maybe another Hispanic actor, maybe like Machete, but car related, like Spoiler or something, or Axel.
Doom? Nah. What if that accident gave Bundrio the love of curry? Look, all I'm saying is he probably got drunk off that curry juice, off that broth, that gravy, that whole thing.
What do you put in that gravy then?
All of his love, all of the love, all of the Bundrio love is just going right into that gravy. Why do you think Shida Bay loves it so much? It's got his seeds, son.
Everyone's been eating the seeds then.
Yep. And I'm telling you, it ain't flannel.
Oh god, that's not good.
Let's see. It's probably what Ty and him first ate together. Could be.
True. Maybe he just got obsessed with it. Yeah.
Or maybe like Ty made it for him, and he was just like, "This ain't so good. How do you make it?" Finds out the recipe, and then he's just like, "What if we just added a bam of this and a bam of that, going full Emerald Lagasse, and then just makes this curry? It's just amazing." So
true. I do like that this episode gave us some answers and then gave us more questions, so that more stuff to theorize about.
Yep. How do you feel the fact that Mad Rex just is already gone after building up that rivalry out of nowhere and lasting for like 4 episodes?
I don't know why, but I don't feel like he's dead.
I don't
At least not permanently. Like, I feel like this is like his exit for now, and either he'll be rebuilt and come back later or something.
The thing is, they gave him no character. That's the issue. You introduce him and he instantly just decides to insert himself as the rival to Taya, but there was like no proper buildup to that dynamic between them. It's just like, you like strong guys, I also like a challenge, so here we go, that type of thing. And there wasn't really a real substance to it enough for me going like, he's a rival I'm gonna care about going forward. But
the only thing he was like a threat, like a proper threat. Obviously they dealt with him, so now all that's left is whoever's coming in next. I don't want to spoil or do this whole spoiler thing, but
he wasn't really supposed to be Giovanni Musa Muteki. He's more like just the head of, like, if you think of the space mafia, like the Yakuza, he's probably just like the head of like the family. His ass was definitely screaming Majima vibes to me, like the entire time. I'm not thinking like he's the head honcho of the Tojo clan, but he's just, the leads of one of the patriarchs of one of the families. That's it.
Well, yeah, because it seems like that other guy that they were talking to at one point is like the Giovanni of the group.
It's the same voice actor as Mad Rex.
Oh, it is? Oh.
Yeah, so that was supposed to be Mad Rex.
Oh, I thought it was someone else, damn. Right.
Yep. Shoot. Unless he ends up voicing another person later on. I don't know. But I mean, since we saw in the scans previously that we've got another commander coming into the wings pretty soon, I'm now thinking that they're going to play these things up like JRPG bosses, meaning that we'll deal with our monster of the weeks for like a set number, as we get introduced to a new commander, and then that ends up posing a challenge for like another 4 episodes. They do them in, rinse and repeat until we end up getting to final boss.
Yeah, probably because the next he looks like a wizardy kind of guy or some kind
Yes,
of.
he definitely seems more into like the tactical aspect of things. He doesn't seem like a front lines kind of guy.
Watch us be surprised, and he's all about being up in there.
Whose forehead is bigger, the new commander or mine? Have you
Zero,
ever
take that
seen?
headband off, and we'll see. Okay.
Look, it's big, but it's not as big as that. The only other person that I've encountered, well, I haven't encountered them in real life, but I've seen.
Zygarde.
No. I'm thinking of the one comedian who used to be big in like the early 2000s, Christopher Titus.
Oh,
He definitely had a very large forehead. Also, Red Foreman from that 70s show. Very large forehead.
I thought he was just balding. I thought that was basically.
But still, large forehead.
Fair.
There's someone in the chat impersonating Wild Deno. You're not the real thing. Believe me.
Wait, you got a Wild Deno copy already?
Yes, there is a Wild Deno copy in the chat right now who's definitely terrible at trying to impersonate Wild Deno. I do not
all he has
feel.
to do is spit insults at you. That's
I don't
it.
feel the Wild Deno. Look, I made an AI chatbot of Wild Deno earlier this week, and he personified that way better than you're doing right now. So when you're getting beat out by AI, then you got a problem.
Listen, AI is coming for your jobs, guys. Even for your trolling.
When the roast game be better.
That's not register. That makes me sad. Eventually, AI is gonna be in charge. Like people are gonna be like, "Oh, I hate this guy on the internet. Let me go make an AI roast bot to make some quick disses for this guy real quick," and then it's just the other guys probably gonna do the same shit.
I like how the second I call out this fake Wild Deno, they're instantly like, "I'm out of here." Okay, all right. So long. Like
farewell. You
tried, I guess. Let's see.
Hey, listen, you can come back as one of those other personas. Let's see if you're better at doing space fives.
Yes, you can try doing something like that. Let's see what else we got over here. Let's see. Turns out curry is an illegal source of fuel in the Big Bang Grand Prix. Could be. I don't know. We still don't have the proper origin to the gas. So
we also don't know like why Bondrio doesn't need the gasoline. I mean, I guess he's not the same species of kind of alien as the others, but I'm kind of curious why he can't use it too.
But do you think the space mafia is collectively the same type of alien species? If they're the space mafia, I think that they encompass a wide variety of planets. Hence why we're getting Dark Boom Boom later on.
Maybe, but that would mean like majority of like the aliens out there are robots.
Yes.
Okay.
So the AI took over.
Okay, so the AI. So as we all know, AI is a bad idea. Everyone, stop it.
AI is just taking over all over in different planets. So that's why people just think, oh, yeah, I'm just going to upload my consciousness onto the server and, we'll go from there. And that's how you end up with a robot society.
Oh, what? Skynet? Let's go. In real life?
Yep. Let's see here. How did you feel specifically about like the cast dynamic now that they obviously know Taya's dream is really Bundrio's dream and his dream is just to deliver it? I will throw this in. One thing I did find very awkward about the whole dream exchange between Taya and Boon Boon was just like, we're going to compete in the BBG, but I do all the racing and you just be the pit crew. I'm like, I don't know. I would feel somewhat insulted if someone just took my dream and was just like, I'm going to take all the glory and you just over here working on the vehicles. Bet. We good.
I guess it was in spirit. He's doing it for Bondrio, so he's doing it for the homie.
But in reality,
I mean,
Boom Boom
Taya's
ain't
not
doing
the
shit.
true, but it doesn't look like Taya is the kind of guy who cares about the fame and shit. Also, Boom Boom could still be like the vehicle, just not the driver. Maybe. Oh god. Oh shit. Zero crashed. Oh, sorry guys. Are we still on? I think we are. Yeah, there we are. Well, you disappeared there, but what's up?
Okay, let me try this. All right.
Oh,
So,
okay, there you go.
yeah, I think what happened is, like I mentioned in the beginning of this, I don't think all of my USBs are plugged into the right plugs. You know how some have to be like USB 3.0, some like 2.0, shit like that. I think since not everything is plugged into the right USB slot, it keeps like overcharging the computer and all the USBs keep resetting on themselves.
Oh, not looking good.
So, yeah, that's probably what happened. But otherwise, I mean, we're still up and running. So.
Okay. Did you hear what I said at all, or no?
No, because even the speakers were like, nope.
Oh, okay. I basically just boiled it down to what was it again? I mean, he can still be the vehicle while Taya can still drive him, so that could always work out. But the funny thing is, I feel like they also let off Taya because Taya never technically answered what the boom boomers are to him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I still want an explainer for that. What does Taya see him as besides just like his racing team? I guess maybe.
That really seems to be the way that things have gone. Is he picked these people specifically because if they are competing as a team, I mean, we don't know the dynamics of what the BBG actually entails, but yeah, that could be part of the reason why. Is he knows Chashiro can race good. He definitely knows that Mira is a very good driver, and he didn't care about Joe until Joe said, "I'll protect these guys," and he was just like, "Now you can be beneficial towards the team."
Mm-hmm.
So he was just looking for their place within how this could end up working.
And we also got like Joshiro's whole thing is just that he doesn't want to be like left behind by Taya. So I guess as long as he can keep up with Taya, he's fine or whatever the heck.
Yeah.
Still very odd. But anyway, you had another question before you asked that one. What was it?
Well, about the team dynamic, essentially being
Yeah.
now that they know the backstory of it all, it feels like now they're all now not really treating him as the leader of the squad, but they want front row seats. They're like, nope, we're equal opportunity. Everybody out here stands at the pinnacle.
Yep.
We
I
want
love the
equal
line.
billing.
Yeah, they gave that line. We never gave you the wheel. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
from the first episode and all that stuff. So it's nice to see that come into play.
But how fast will Taya still be the leader? So he is red. So
True. But overall, I thought this was a pretty good episode. Like this definitely was a better episode than the last couple. I think.
they're definitely building towards something. Especially now that we know a little bit more in terms of the back end of things. I just want to see how it properly ends up paying off and how soon we actually start getting preparations for the BBG.
Yeah.
Especially since the episode with Go On Red is, what is it, 3 weeks away?
Ooh.
So essentially, it's like the 3 episodes from now would be the Go On Red crossover. So next episode, I don't know if it might be a 2-parter or if they just do Monster of the Week refresh things, and then it ends up leading into the Sosuke showing up into things. But I know the closer we get to it, the more information we'll find out about it.
True. I'm curious if like the BBG will just be like this thing that's over everyone's head into like the very end of the show, or if it's like the midway point and then there's a turning event after that.
I do see the BBG being the midway point of things, and then I want it to be one of those where they have like two BBGs, one in
Yeah,
the
like they
middle,
lose
and
the first time and then
they got to lose. Don't make them win the first time. Make them lose. Give them bad end, and then they got to step up their game. That's where they start really coming together and really amping up the style of the team in preparations for that really final BBG, and that's how they end things.
That would be nice. Although I really want an explainer for the BBG and like what the participants are, what are the rules for the BBG? Because like, can you like just kill out other racers? Because that seems what like the alien faction wants to do. So
yeah. You know what would be a shame though? I know that there is rumors and speculation, a lot of smoke in terms of Taya getting a singular upgrade. I think what was it with a fire truck, something like that.
yeah, but I feel like this of all season should be like one of the ones for the team power ups. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm like, that's going to be a bigger insult to everything we just got in this last episode if the upgrade is singularly Taya's.
But to be fair, like we kind of got that with King Odra too. Like it's like each of them is their own king, their own royal, but only Gira gets the crown. You know what I mean?
And that was stupid as shit, especially since we saw that it had all these other colors on there, and definitely that armament could have been interchangeable.
Yeah, but you gotta have the Hasti blood in you to use it, I guess.
I mean, Gira didn't have any Hasti blood. He just had, you know.
No, he does. Remember, his DNA does match Raculus's.
But only their mom. And I'm sure the mom wasn't biologically a Hasti, unless there was some inbreeding going on in that family.
I don't think, like I said, I don't think it's quite literally his seed. I think he just, because he can create life, he just copied the closest life forms, which would be like Raculus and his dad, and then just use that DNA structure to make Gira. Because that, yeah.
If that was the case, maybe the dad wouldn't have felt like such a cuck. But I'm just saying, he definitely looked like he felt like such a cuck. So,
I mean, his wife did die after the fact.
I doubt that the king took his wife's name, especially when it's played by the same actor that was Rainior, to imply direct lineage.
No, but he could use the Ultra Caliber Zero,
so yeah,
which is also tied to Hasti blood.
Yeah.
So, what I'm saying is Gira just happened. Gira was made obviously by Doug Dad, but he has both of their, at least like with Rainior and all their DNA passed down into him. I would assume, because like that's the only explains how he can use all the stuff. Why he looks similar to like Raculus, same hair color and all that other implied stuff. Yeah.
I'm not particularly echoing. It's just that you can hear me from Cloudy's mic. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Oh, hold on. Let's see if I fix that.
Because I hear myself from your mic, so that's why I know. Just depends on people's individual setups.
What about now? All right, speaking.
I don't know. I guess we'll let chat understand and hear anything, and I don't know.
Do you hear yourself?
I don't hear myself currently.
Okay.
This is why I wear headphones during these.
Okay.
All right, but I do see your mouse all over your background over there.
Yeah, I had to move the VTuber model from where it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, anytime I click on the VTuber model, you can see the mouse because I actually have to like go near it. It's actually mirrored, so.
So when it comes to this episode, we did get the brand new Gotard of Boom Boom Robo Knight.
How you looks really good. I really like it. I actually really like it. I like it's like it's not even. It's like offset on one side. I like the cape aspect to it. I definitely see like the more Matador theme, like you were saying before, because it's got like the bull horns, it's got like the red cape, and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess it's a knight because it's got a sword. I guess whatever. It looked good. I liked the finisher. It was very fiery. It was what I was expecting for the most part.
I like that it
Now
was the
we,
classic physical prop actually on fire type
yeah,
thing, like what they did with the one time that Spanner was good in Gotchard.
yeah. I think last time we got like an actual sword on fire was what, Time Ranger or something like that. The finisher. I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been ages.
Well, in terms of Sentai, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I said, Spanner literally did it. So
Yeah. Yeah, Ryder has done it a few times. There's Saber did it a few times too. But yeah, I really like the suit. I would give that a really good pass. It's probably my favorite of the forms at the moment. What about you?
oh, it is definitely my favorite of all the Gotais we've seen thus far, and the ones that we've seen in the magazine scans already.
Yes, Bolt Man. I can see why.
Because I'm not a fan of Monster.
Yeah.
All right, let's anything else good to say about good show before we move on to hating and just hate, and the hate with the hate and the side of hate.
If we do get group or team power ups, right, for everyone, do you think we'll eventually get forms without the wheel helmet? Like alternate helmets? That's all I gotta ask.
You know, I would like there to be a power up in which the helmet does change. It splits into two wheels and they move over to the side and you actually see a real visor.
That would be nice to see.
Especially
But
since we know that the wheels themselves are just like holographic projections that they can have on there. So if they could literally just holographic eyes and move over to the side, I'd be down for that.
me too. But I am curious. What about chat? Like, how do they feel about like? How do you guys feel about a group power up? Are you guys like in favor, or do you guys like the fact that the Reds get their power
I
up
think a
like
lot of
the
people would
sixth?
prefer a team power up, and I don't know why Toei doesn't do it more often. It's more toys.
It also works almost every time it's been done. The Maji power ups, the Deca squat, that was also incredible. What is it? Cure Major had their group power up, so to speak. It was just matching chest armor, but it still looked
But that's where I'm
okay.
like, there should be two team power ups. There should be one made for combat, one meant for racing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm curious how that would work, but that would be nice to see. At least something. Shake up the dynamic a bit.
Which does remind me of another thing. We did get confirmation that the Boom Boom cards themselves were made by Taya and Bundario.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
There was
They're not
no
alien
precursor.
weapons.
Yeah, so there's no tie-in to the space mafia when it comes to them. It's literally just there was no need to find them, collect them, or anything like that. He just made them.
Which brings up an interesting point. Like, he made a lot of these to race in the BBG, and all of them are weapons, at least for the most part, in some way, shape, or form. What the fuck is this race? What kind of fucking race are we going to?
They probably Bundario told him it's straight up speed racer. There's all kinds of shenanigans and things like that. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up changing the wheel that they put on there to have buttons on it for them to do different quirks.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up speed racer.
I would love it if they did any references to Speed Racer in the show. Like, you would call that to like, the music or anything. Like that would be nice.
I mean, they did it in Drive. They can do it here.
Uh,
So, all right.
yeah.
Let's the majority of chat wants
Team Barrow.
power up. So Gotchard.
Yeah.
Can we sustain a 2.5 hour rant on Gotchard or not? I don't know.
If normally, yes, absolutely, without question, most certain. Um, with my voice the way it is, I'll try.
as I pour myself another glass of sake.
Hold on. I need tea.
For anyone that thought I was drinking water, joke's on you. It was sake the whole time.
We know water don't come from a bottle like that.
Ah, yeah, no. Actually, it does. Saratoga water.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, that's a specific brand. Comes in a bottle just like that.
Damn. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Obviously,
Gotchard
neither of us are going to be defenders of this episode. Anybody in the chat want to defend this episode real fast? Because
anyone at all.
Yeah, like
please.
Someone please defend this episode. I saw earlier someone said that Thomas Jujubee apparently said that this episode was peak. My thoughts regarding that is that just speaks to the state of Gotchard right now, where you needed an episode that had so much fan wank for you to actually start caring about the show.
Thomas, please come on the show so we can talk about it.
I need once again on the other side. Yeah, we definitely need some more people that are opinionated the other way when it comes to these shows. So we just don't seem like I'm all for some debates, but people that have other opinions about these shows don't want to come on here to debate them. So
unfortunately, we tend to have the same opinions.
Yeah.
It's can we talk about the good of this episode?
I don't know. It doesn't have an ending credit scene.
There is a reference to the first reference to what do you call it? A Super One that we've seen in.
You know what? I actually did like that. I actually did like that finisher. I just didn't like who was executing that finisher.
Oh, of course not. But I'm just saying it was. We have.
So if you look at like some of the net positives about the episode, okay. So Lactis got the Valvorade OG suit brought to you by Monster Energy because it looks like it's got the Monster Energy drink logo just completely superimposed over a part of that suit.
Yeah.
My issue is they didn't do anything else with that suit. They didn't try and modify it to make it seem more female fitting, especially for, the shapely lady that Lactis is. They could have done something.
I guess they were like blue face. Let's put blue on the face. That's all.
They could have changed the chest piece a little bit. They could have made it a little bit more slimmer. They could have at least cleaned the pants so it didn't look so dirty. Because I know Valvorade's look was completely worn and torn and all that shit and rusted. But they could have at least like spot shined that shit for her so it didn't look like it still had that weathering on there, especially when it's technically a new suit.
Or be like, it's not rusted yet. You know what I mean? It hasn't been worn.
Yeah. Anything would have been better than what we ended up getting. So that was one of the highs and lows mixed in terms of what's relevant to Gotchard as Gotchard the show. Another thing is that Clotho's transformation is a transformation. I thought this was just going to be base Clotho's from now on. Nah, she has to transform into it. And then she has a transformation sequence going into it. And it's just like, why couldn't y'all just make her a writer? Because now it just feels like I'm watching a completely different Toku show when I see someone transform into something that isn't fully armored up. It doesn't have to be a common writer, but it just needs to be something that screams proper armored Toku, like power armor. Like that type of Toku trope.
It could be me, but I like this less. It makes me like it even less. I don't like it even more.
I was not feeling that. But those are the net positives about this episode. Are those
were the positives? I thought we were pretty negative there.
No, that's the positives about these episodes because it was that.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. I don't like where this is going.
Because everything else was a dumpster. First of all, why is this going on now? 5 years into Reiwa? We're not in an anniversary year whatsoever. And they're just doing this. Because we got so much fan wank. We got so many classic suits. We got a tie-in to a spin-off that is, supposed to be treated as non-canon, but the fact that it was actually thrown into a core show now technically makes it canon. That leaves a really bad taste in my mouth.
Unless Gotchard is not canon.
Gotchard is so superfluous right now that it just like, I don't know what is canon in regards to the show and what is not. Is the show itself AU while, you know, some of these other side specials that we've been getting that feel more genuine to the thought of what this show should have been more canon than that? Like, I don't know. I guess it's just like pick and choose your Gotchard journey. But this is the epitome of corporate cash grab. There is nothing else here but corporate cash grab.
This really ain't it. I'm not gonna lie.
And surprisingly, it's a three-parter. Gotchard doesn't do three-parters, but they're doing a three-parter here.
Whoa, what happened there? You got really muffled.
Oh, I don't know. Is it still muffled?
No, you're normal now. It was just
okay.
For like a brief second.
It's probably the USBs all fucking with me.
Oh god, Double is coming to fuck with you now.
They're just all here, all the USBs.
Sounds like you need a lawyer.
Probably.
But yeah, it's weird. We're in a regular Reiwa season. Like, no anniversary is set up for this. There's nothing like to have like legend writer things about in the main season. But here we are. Like, we just got Legends, who is just the decade of Reiwa, I guess now. And we got like,
which still doesn't make any sense. It still makes no goddamn sense.
Because he was also inspired by the
in 5 years into Reiwa. They really couldn't hold their own. This is Toei trying to like not press the anniversary button.
Also,
and then they do it.
Is Legend also an outsider by Zane's definition as well? So would Zane have to fight Legend? I don't know.
I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. I smashed my head off. Give me a second.
Yeah, no problem. Zane's whole thing was that he hates, like, I was just speaking to chat directly. Zane's thing is that he hates any writer that doesn't act or portray, like, as the original writers are supposed to, like, the vibe of an actual writer. So, like, that's why he's hunting all these quote-unquote other writers, so to speak. These outsiders. So, my question is, like, does Legend count?
Maybe, unless Legend actually does become a part of the main cast in general.
I hope not. He's already got his final form. Somehow.
Which does make no goddamn sense.
Legend can't be in the main show only because he's too broken. Like, he's literally too broken.
Yeah, it does not make any sense.
Oh, and we're getting that disgusting gold fire Gotchard suit next week, I think. You saw that, right?
I was trying to fix my microphone with the voice mod so I can play the sound since Miscellaneous, like, the super chatting, but the thing out here is doing nope.
I think we should not do sounds this stream, just until everything's okay.
Yeah, I'll probably do it. Let me just, I will try and take it. You're gonna find me.
You know the sound. Come on, guys. $5 for Musa Muteki. Well, this makes Outsiders canon. Yeah, that's what we're worried about.
That's my issue with this. This does make Outsiders canon. Because we had Zane show up in a main writer show. Something that, someone years from now is going to be watching Gotchard, just like you guys that are new to Kamen Rider or are catching up on old Kamen Rider shows. You're watching old shows now in a binge model. Imagine someone like 10 years from now watching Gotchard on speedrun. They get to this episode and they're going to be like, what the fuck is going on?
What's a Zane? What's a Legend? What are all these other writers?
They're going to be confused as shit.
and because it really just comes out of nowhere and really doesn't need to be here. Are they like struggling for time to like get to the main like?
I really don't think Toei really thinks about future watchers of the show. Like think about it, when they released it in Blu-ray for this portion of Gotchard, are they going to include the Legend specials in there? Are they going to include Outsiders in there? They're probably not. They're likely not.
Yeah, they don't even do that. Like with they didn't even do that with Geats, right? I'm sorry, or was it 01 where but they didn't include all the side specials when Shout Factory did.
So people are going to end up being confused regarding all this.
No, that but it's like I liked it better when they left like the the crossover stuff to like their specials or the movies or whatever. Because like
at least the movie, it didn't feel like it needed to be part of the context
the main
of the
canon.
show. So yeah.
The only problem I have is sometimes, obviously, also when they do like a mid-season movie, which is also incredibly canon, and then you're left with like, why is everything like this now? Why? What happened?
Nah. It ain't even like that because I watched the Gotchard Geats winter movie. They overhyped that shit. They oversold that shit within the context of the show. And
Wait, really?
It still makes no goddamn sense.
Wait, hold on. Did the winter movie not explain like all the new stuff?
No, it did not.
What do you mean? Explain.
So
I haven't seen the winter movie.
Oh my god! So this is where I got really upset watching this film.
Okay, so guys, we're gonna be talking about the winter movie now.
Like real quick, we're just gonna sidestep to the winter film because holy fuck, did they oversell the shit out of this movie to the point of we were watching the show going like, you guys introduced relevant plot shit in the film, and then you don't pay. But then when you watch the film, it's like, what are you talking about? None of this is important. Real quick, blah blah something out here. It feels like Gotchard is taking any writer specials that they have and putting it in the show. I wouldn't be surprised if Ride Common somehow shows up. The finale is just going to have real actors portraying the Ride Commons characters, and they're going to turn into CG hot messes.
Oh, yeah. But no, it's true. It's like, because for the longest time, the joke was like, oh, okay, you want an explanation for this now? You got to watch the winter film. All this happened in the winter film. You got to figure that out. So you're telling me that the winter film doesn't explain.
So you remember how Rene got all this character development because she found out that her dad was alive?
Yeah.
It was a dream.
What?
It was a dream.
The fuck?
Yeah.
But then...
So they got tricked into going into dream worlds that kind of gave them like the best outlook on their current reality, and hers was actually still having her dad in her life. But then once they found out that was all just a like chemi-induced dream, they woke up from it, and then they needed to find some way to help out. So since the effect, I guess, was still in play, Rene just decided to go to sleep, talk to her dad. And that's where her dad gives her the power up, is in that dream.
Wait, so then why is it the first episode after like that special takes place, everyone's acknowledging that like her dad's alive and still around?
Because they deduced that from that dream, it was actually him communicating to her, like the real him communicating to her via the dream, which was what was actually going on. But once again, it's like that should have diminished technically his return as Kamen Rider Wind, because this would be another time that he's pulling this stunt relevant to the cast.
Lovely. That's great. That's amazing. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so the entire thing happened in a dream, but it transferred to reality because the magic was so... I mean, the alchemy was so strong. Not the magic. I don't want to say magic.
Oh, how was what was the movie Power Up suit? How was that? How did it look?
It was all right in motion. It was the weird part about the entire backstory of the film is that there's a new Chemi there that is like the Geats Chemi, and it's apparently the reincarnation of Ace's dog that got hit by a car.
Wait, so Ace's dog can reincarnate infinitely too?
It reincarnated into a Kemi.
A fox Kemi, not a dog Kemi, right?
Yes, because it was a I guess it was a fox. I don't know. It's a very foxy looking dog.
Okay, don't ever say that ever. But okay, why? Why all this?
Because he didn't realize it until the very end. But I'm like, so
he's God though. Wouldn't he just know?
well, at the same time, there's one point in there in which he goes back to the house, like his childhood home, to check on his dog. But I'm like, but you're not gonna check on your biological parents, your parents from this. Man,
They
you
should
really don't
still be
give a fuck
alive.
about your parents from this incarnation. You really gave no fucks about them.
They should still be alive. I mean, if we're talking just Ace has like a couple, like maybe like 100 mothers. You should be going around.
No, he
Like,
probably has several descendants from his other lives as well.
well, maybe he wasn't fucking. You never know.
He's Ace. He'd probably be fucking.
I mean, maybe he can't reproduce like his.
Remember, there were
his
some
mom wasn't
lifetimes
supposed
in
to.
which he didn't actually participate in the DGP.
That's true, but like, wasn't like some wasn't it explained that like he can't have children or nonsense because he's like the child of like Sumer or whatever the fuck. I mean, not Sumer, the old navigator. I don't know. Because couldn't the old navigator not have children either? Because she was a deity.
He was a miracle baby, yes. But that didn't explain anything regarding to him.
Okay.
I mean, especially since he was technically always coming back as a human.
I want to see Black Ace. I want if that's a thing.
Alchemy Godtai, Star Gotchardo.
That's really what it is. It's called Star Gotchard.
All of that combination, woo! All the catching of these level 10 chemis, which some of them were like the dumbest captures ever.
Wait. So
also, look, they're fighting Jamatos in this film. I want you to realize they're fighting Jamatos in this film.
Wait, what?
And Daichi's nowhere to be seen.
Doesn't this like break the time because Jamatos aren't bad yet? They're like, it takes a while.
I'm about to hit you with the worst part of this film.
Are
you ready for the worst part of this film?
Go for it.
I don't even remember old buddy's name, but you remember the dude that showed up in Gotchard that had that had Cross Wizard, the guy that kept brushing his ring?
Yeah.
So it turns out that he's been alive for 2,000 years. And he has a grudge on Ace because they fought in the Colosseums back in the day and he got stunted on.
Wait, what?
So because of that, he decided to learn alchemy, become part of the Alchemist Society for 2,000 years, just waiting for the moment to be able to get his revenge on Ace.
That's messed up, bro. That's stupid. That's levels of stupid. There's layered stupidity in there.
And I'm like, so you went out of your way 2,000 years ago to learn alchemy, become part of this budding alchemist society, and you never got the top rank. Damn, you suck.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. For 2,000 years, you were part of an alchemist,
and you never got good. And you never got good.
And you weren't like the best eventually. Like, and also, did no one ask like, bro, that guy, he's been around for like 2,000 years, but he still sucked. You know what I mean? Like, why do we keep him around?
They never really explained his proper immortality either.
Like, is it? I'm assuming it's like Philosopher's Stone nonsense or whatever the fuck. But like, what about the other heads? Are they 2,000 years old too? Did they fight against
it's
Dietz?
only relevant to him, but literally, it's Dietz is so ingrained into Gotchard right now that I'm just like,
wait, what isn't ingrained into Gotchard? Outsiders ingrained into Gotchard. Legend is ingrained into Gotchard. Dietz is ingrained into Gotchard. Who else are we gonna get in?
Yeah, but I'm looking at this from the prospect of hindsight. The people that are gassing this up right now, thinking that this is amazing. Guess what? In like 5 years, when we actually get the 10-year anniversary, you know they're going to split Geets and Gotchard's worlds. They're going to say they're different dimensional writers.
This is, like an onion, right? This is like, how when you peel an onion, like you get to like the good bits and then you can keep cutting. It's like if you were like starting to peel an onion and then each layer you peeled off, it just got worse. And then that stank that makes you cry just kept pouring out even more. Like that's what I'm feeling right now. This is like,
the thing is, I've for the longest time, I've longed for shared
Geets
continuity
killer.
between.
What the fuck is Geets killer?
I wanted shared continuity between all of the Kamen Rider worlds, but this ain't it.
Geo ruined that.
Yeah, every time we get a new anniversary show, they change the laws of dynamics between all of these shows.
Wait,
Hell,
also,
it was Decade that said Black and Black RX are two different dimensions, and I was like,
even what do you call it? Build also ruined that to some extent.
They all every time we get something anniversary, they just fuck everything up.
What is an ace killer that Chest of Greatness brought up? Is that the main villain for this?
Yes. The main villains is essentially he looks like another Geets.
Oh.
In terms of his design.
Oh, like in another writer, but okay.
Yes.
It's
probably the best suit of that crossover.
What's the point of that? How did that happen?
Don't worry about it.
What do you mean don't worry about it?
Don't worry about it.
No. Why?
It's all done. Once again, this entire movie, like you're probably gonna go through like the 5 stages of grief. You're gonna come back to me after downing like 2 bottles, and you're gonna be like, was Takahashi involved?
I need the NyQuil. Looks like I got something to do after this stream.
Gonna need some Quaaludes. Gonna need some peyote. You're gonna need everything in the book. We ain't going countertop on this one. We're going deep.
Get out the moonshine, boys.
That moonshine that's been dug in the ground for like 30 years now, just fermenting.
It's time. It's not strong enough.
What do you do if you're straight edge? That's when you take.
You cope. That's what you do. You take copium.
No, you get yourself. So slide a plug for something that I'm obviously not getting paid for. But currently, Walmart has shredded Carolina Reaper cheese, and it's on rollback for $1.97. Now I'm not telling you to go out there and go buy some. But I bought like 6 packs myself because it's limited edition, and that heat be hitting.
So
that's some good fire. That's some good ones. But let's say if you're not a spicy like aficionado, and you just want to get that, sometimes people have the same effect of eating spicy foods as they would from being drunk, like that kind of same residual.
Yeah, it's like the heat guy.
So if you can't handle your heat, I would definitely recommend you go out to Walmart. They close it. If you're on the East Coast, they close in like another hour. So you got some time. Run out there, get yourself that Carolina Reaper shredded cheese. Like I said, roll back $1.97. Consume.
I forget what if it was like Miller Lite or Bud Light or whatever the fuck, Budweiser or whatever. Some alcohol brand came out with like their non-alcoholic seltzers. I don't know if you want to give that a try.
Yeah. It was White Claw, and I said,
"Oh, White Claw."
Nah, put a 1 in front of that 0, then we'll talk.
1%.
No, put a 1 in front of that 0. Make it 10%.
10%. Oh god.
Because it says 0% alcohol on there, so I'm like, put a 1 in front of that 0.
Oh, you want 20 proof alcohol? Oh my god. Actually, that's not too bad. They make those though. They have 10%.
Yeah, there's a lot of, but not in the seltzers. Seltzers don't go beyond 8. They're scared to go further beyond, and I'm like, but I'm trying to go further beyond.
Actually, no. There's ones up here that are 10. It's not White Claw though. I keep reading the brand. I know because one of my friends keeps getting them. They're pretty good. I guess, with seltzer, you gotta be dangerous with the alcohol content.
Yep. It's just how it goes. All right. So yeah, that's the mind rot that is the Geats movie that apparently we all thought was very relevant to the events, and it really
Well,
was
they kept flashing back to it, so I assumed it was relevant.
The movie was so bad that it crashed the stream. It crashed a couple times. So
now, do you think the Daybreak movie would be just as overhyped?
I mean, that's the summer film from the looks of it.
Mm.
So I don't know. I don't know unless Daybreak's coming back.
I don't think Daybreak can come back, right? And there's like time travel ship break because of Hosoro.
I don't know. Maybe he can come back to a different world, a parallel world of Gotchard. Maybe he'll show up in the Class 3G portion of things. Like he just goes back in time, going like, "This is my timeline," and bam, and that's why you need to watch that 3G special. So, back to the show itself.
Right.
I will say, Dark Kiva getting some love. That's a thing. We saw all three of Dark Kiva's finishers.
Mm-hmm. There was.
Though at one point, I found I had a slight disconnect when he put the fusel in Kivat. Then he pressed on the mouth, and then the next frame, the fusel's gone. And I'm like, did he eat the fusel? Like, what's going on here? What's going on? Fusels.
I also have, this is my other thing that I dislike with outsiders as things or other writers coming to like the main show. Some of them have their own rules and properties that like the main show doesn't like adhere to. Like for example, like is an Eternal like immortal?
And the thing is, they explain that they're not actually the writers, but they're borrowing the writer powers from their proper dimension.
Right.
Which starts getting into the fuckery of things. Because if one of them is borrowing the glare powers, that doesn't make sense because we now know, thanks to the Winter film, that Gotchard is within the same continuity as Geats.
Mm-hmm.
So it shouldn't be from another dimension.
This is another dimension of Geats that they're borrowing from. Parallel with the same, which would just be their own dimension.
No.
Also, how could Glare take over, or what? I keep forgetting her name, her writer form.
Majade?
Majade, yeah, Majade.
Yeah, when she doesn't have a desire driver. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
because that was the way that worked. It controls you via your desire driver because he's the admin of the DGP. So
right, not admin of Common Riders itself. So
yeah. So they override your desire driver, your ID core, to control you, and she had none of that. So I guess future technology trumps, alchemy,
magic, right?
And this was literally like last season. It's not like you had time to forget. This literally was last season.
Yep. That's like why I said I don't like the mismatching of certain writers in different shows because their power sets kind of like, they're not fair. It's like saying like a clocked up beetle bug Zect rider could like go up wouldn't just hand Fies his shit. No offense. I know Fies has got Fies Excel, but that shit ain't beating clock up.
Well, no, that my entire aspect when they had the fight with Clocked Up and Excel form is, well, Clock Up doesn't have a time limit.
Yeah.
Excel does. So all Kabuto had to do was just write out the clock. They didn't do that.
No.
But all he would have had to do was just write out the clock. That was it. But that's other shit from other shows that fucked up their own other continuities, and then it's just where it keeps fucking itself up.
Oh, yeah.
When you have enough writer shows under your belt, these anniversary shows that try doing shit like this, even though Gotchard's not an anniversary show and they shouldn't be doing this shit, it's like, why are you doing this? Do you not understand the properties of these shows?
I get like doing cameos because like in Sentai we're getting a cameo of another season that had to do with like cars. That's cool though. But there's no reason for like legendary legends and all this other stuff to be in Gotchard or Geats for that matter. But it is or Zane and Outsiders. Ash.
Hello.
Oh, you showed up right in the middle of this giant ass rant.
Firstly, did you like Boom Boonger this week?
I didn't like Boon Boonja.
You didn't?
You didn't
No,
like
I did.
it?
I did like
Okay,
it.
I thought I heard I didn't.
I was shocked. I was like, oh, we have a
like,
debate
wait.
going on? Do we have a debate finally for once? Finally disagree. I'm glad you liked it. It was good. What did you think?
I was like, I'm surprised we're still like really cool fight scenes. I will say that. We finally know about Tyre's dream, which is interesting, but I do wonder what's going to happen next because this is the end of the quote unquote first lap or the first story arc. So let's see what happens. See if this status quo in Sentai is changing, as people are saying.
Maybe.
Which would be a good thing because they definitely have been playing it very safe in the beginning, but the way that this is playing out towards the end made me think, all right, we got a formula change going on here. They lured you in with the safe, and now they're gonna like put the pedal to the metal. Maybe we'll see.
Right.
Now they're gonna boon all over your face. Yeah, exactly.
Like you could say that these first 9 episodes was the introductory arc for setting up the show, opposed to like the usual 5 or 6 we get.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Especially since we're so close to Go On Red showing up in a couple weeks. So
May, I didn't think it'd be that soon. Also, big announcement: Gotard Red and Decade will be coming to Sydney, Australia in late June. For Supernova.
I did see that from some other Aussies that are on my Discord server.
Yeah.
They were hyping that up.
Yeah. Kind of a big deal because we've never gotten a Tokyo guest before. We've gotten some like Japanese voice actors here and there. I think the last one I met was maybe like Oscar from Evangelion. But yeah, this is like a big deal to have like them going around. So special thanks to like Power Rangers Australia and everyone who did that negotiating because I was not expecting. I had a gut feeling it might be them because they're the ones who have been doing like the con appearances, but it's kind of a big deal for a big special guest to have.
So you're obviously going right.
Yeah. I might do Supernova Sydney would be cheaper than like Power Morphicon in America.
Oh well, obviously, yeah. You ain't gotta hop on a plane ride.
I don't have to get a hotel.
No, I still have to hop on a plane ride. I have to go to another state, but I might
significantly cheaper.
Yeah, it'd be a lot cheaper depending on what time I go in June, late June, from when I book the flights. But also, I bought a gaming PC, so that was $3,000 I spent. But
ooh, nice. Well, now that you've got a gaming PC, there's Ghost of Tsushima is coming in, I think 13 days.
Yeah, but I've got it on PS4 with the PS5 upgrade.
Ah, okay. But we're getting announcements for 2 after, allegedly.
So, obviously, you told me you were catching up on Gotchard. You caught up with everything?
I didn't watch the movie and I didn't watch the school special.
Okay.
But I watched episode 33.
Well, I did just finish ranting about the movie, because fuck that movie.
From what I understood, that movie was bullshit and bad.
Like we thought it was relevant, but it's not. When you actually watch it, it's not relevant towards Gotchard whatsoever. Because the big thing that. So once again, for those of you that missed out, or just to get another recap on it, the big thing that we got in Gotchard was the change up between Renee knowing that her dad is alive and that changed her entire demeanor. Right, that was like the big thing. It was a dream.
Fuck that shit.
It was a dream. That's also
hold
how
on,
she got her powers.
You're not done yet.
Her powers from the dream.
So
not only was it a dream, but apparently they deduced that it was also real.
That he was astro projecting himself into her dream, and that's how he gave her the powers.
So all that speculation we did in between, like, what was it, 16 in the movie, where we thought that like Renee would have that big character shake-up development because she gets the powers, all a dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. That's like 5 gigabytes of a movie I require that I might or might not have to watch.
Oh, it gets way more ass backwards within the film. That's the lightest note that I have.
I might watch it just to have something gone, but we'll see.
Watch it inebriated. Just do it. Just do a a drunk watch along.
You should definitely watch it. I just don't think it's that great.
With my PC setup, I picked parts. Like, I did research for like a PC that could stream, edit, and game. Maybe like I should just be like the guy that streams on a Friday night and just like drink after I get home from work and just watch Toku.
There you go. That would be what I do. So
do it. What would that be? Our Saturday morning?
No, it'd be your
Thursday
night.
Yep.
Yeah. No, Friday. No, that would be your Friday morning.
Oh yeah. So Friday morning, just wake up seeing Ash just drunk as fuck on Twitch watching shit, and I'll be like, damn, it's too early for a drink. So I'll just vibe off of this until I drink later on that evening. I'm one of those strict, like, I don't drink before 5 p.m. type of guys. So gotta set some standards for yourself.
It's 5 p.m. somewhere, yeah.
Nah, I'm not one of those guys. Depends on current time zone. Shit's got to be crashing around me to actually like start drinking before 5.
But we're back on to Gotchard. What did you think of the newest Gotchard episode?
It was okay.
How did you feel about the sudden shift? The sudden shift from like, hey, this is Gotchard 2. We're suddenly in an anniversary season, and it's not an anniversary.
Weird. I mean, I just jumped onto episode 33. I didn't go back and watch the other stuff. So I'm sure I've been keeping up with like the recaps that we do. But the fight scenes were pretty cool. Like the non-henshin fight scenes, like when the bad guys first showed up, they were pretty cool. There was some good fight choreography. Like I haven't seen in most of these seasons that the suits are based on. Like, which ones showed up? Like, apart from Glare,
Kiva, Kiva,
Eternal. We got
Double.
all of the Heisei 1 writers in the form of Legend.
And Zane with
we got Zane from
1.
Outsiders.
Yeah, that was weird.
Doing the Super 1 kick, which was the only good thing.
Yeah, why does that bitch have glare? Like, how did she get the vision driver, or just because?
They're borrowing powers from alternate.
They did say that. They did say.
Well, it makes no sense because if you watch the Winter film, the Geats universe and the Gotchard universe are the same universe, so that explainer doesn't work.
Unless you think it's like another exact same Gotchard Geats parallel universe, which is stupid. Oh, and for some reason, Glare's powers can work on just anyone's riders, even any rider, even though you're supposed to work only on DGP contestants. And that's interesting.
Yeah, that sucks. That all sucks. Let me see what chat's saying regarding this. Let's see here. What are some someone give me your hot takes on Gotchard right now. I want to see these flaming hot takes regarding what's going on with Gotchard. Because I think the majority of the people in the chat are pretty much agreed in terms of the state of Gotchard currently. Because apparently we don't get any real enjoyers of Gotchard. But then again, I've been looking at the analytics for a lot of folks. Honestly, superhero time this year doesn't seem to be hitting for a lot of folks. Because even my stats are down on my video views.
Yeah.
I put out my Boom Boomger video on Wednesday night, and I'm like, it still hasn't broken 1K? Shit.
Mine struggled. Even though mine was like a catch-up one, mine struggled to do 300.
Damn.
So I'm on the fence if I want to keep doing Boom Boomger. and just talking about it on here. I'll still watch the episodes, but I don't know if I'll rush to make a video about it unless something cool happens.
Maybe just do like a catch up thing, like every 10 episodes or every 5 episodes.
Maybe.
Because right now, for me, for Gotchard, I'm waiting until this next episode before I do anything with it, because I didn't expect this to be a 3-episode arc. Let me see. Oh, I keep going into the actual chat that I have on my second monitor versus Graph might be worse than Saber. I mean, Gotchard might be. Graph says Gotchard might be worse than Saber. I would say, given the current state of affairs for Gotchard, I would agree. Gotchard is probably... It's a very directionless show for Reiwa. It is the most directionless show we've gotten in ages. And this is post-2020. Yes, Graph, you are worse than Saber.
What is worse than Saber?
Graph is.
What? Oh. I guess he is. Right.
Because I misspoke and said Graph is worse than Saber. So now it's in the canon.
God damn.
Gotchard is Reiwa Hibiki. I don't know. We haven't seen the second half properly to judge that, to see how that's going to end up going.
Let's see if he got number 6.
Can we talk about the gorgeous forms of Heisei? No, they're all bad. Those suits have had some wear and tear that's really bad. They still won't fix the blade helmet. It's still Jack Form's helmet. Look, by now they should know that Jack Form's not coming back. They should just spray paint regular Jack Form's helmet to be regular Blade's helmet if they keep using it. Let's see. Gotchard is Full Metal Alchemist plus Hellraiser. Not exactly.
Gotchard is Full Metal Alchemist 2003. They kept going and kept going and going.
And didn't stop.
And they didn't stop.
No, it would be Full Metal Alchemist if they didn't know how alchemy worked.
That's true.
Because we barely get alchemy properly in the show. We get it.
We got it
from time to time, but we don't.
We got it this episode actually in the beginning with Kajiki.
Look, movie shit like that, like. Context is key for some of this shit. So,
I mean,
but also weird. Lactese transforms into Valverde, doing pretty good against some of these enemy groups, just out of nowhere. Yes, this is one of my other issues with this episode. Is Kajiki knows that he's a writer again, and he didn't have a massive reaction. His massive reaction was to seeing Butala, other Kajiki, there. There was not a single wink, a single blink, a single moment in which he was just like, Hotaro's Gotchard? Hotaro's the one out here fighting? No, we're not. We got robbed at that moment yet again. And he's just... He was hyped when he transformed, but there was like nothing going on there. Did you guys memory wipe him so much that he's no longer Hotaro's friend?
He's desensitized to it, you know what I mean?
It's very, very awkward how some of this shit is going. I guess on lighter note, Tokupunk says, on better news, it was my birthday this week, and I got the Memorial Dawn Blaster. I would play sound effects, but my USBs are all fucked up. But
happy birthday, though.
Yes, happy belated birthday.
Speaking of, I was going to say birthdays, but speaking of Toku stuff, I have to go pick up my Boon Boomja mech collection thingy majiggy.
Ooh, nice.
It went to my house, but it was because whenever I order stuff on Toku Collectibles, I have to sign for it. The thing is, I'm always at work, so I never get to sign for it, and I can't change it. Like it says, sender says you have to sign for it. I was like, it makes sense because it's probably coming in a big box. They're probably worried about the safety of the big box. But yeah, I have to go to the post office. Like either I might have to dip because I'll be getting picked up, or I'll do it after the stream. But yeah.
Unless we go really deep into the weeds of how much we're ranting, this stream won't last that long. So
yeah.
It should
but who is worse, Gideon or Storius? I would say Storius.
I would say Gideon at the moment.
Did the mic drop?
What
the thing is, I'm like, Gideon could return.
He could, but the thing
we
is,
could get a Gideon redemption arc. Well, he'll show up, and there'll be evil writers from other seasons behind it.
That ugly.
And they're all gold.
His stupid dream. It's not even good. It's genuinely stupid.
What's Gideon's dream again? To make everything gold?
Yes.
He's gold member. He's gold member.
Yeah, is he like gold member, like the villain from fucking DuckTales?
Yeah. Basically.
What if he gets his hands on the Legend driver and he becomes Legend, and Legend is the final enemy, but it's Gideon as Legend?
Then I would hate it because there's another writer that's the final boss.
Or watch it be like stupid time shenanigans and like Legend is Gideon's dad.
I mean, this show has already introduced stupid time shenanigans.
The show makes no goddamn sense. We still don't even know about Hotaro's dad, and that was a major plot thread introduced early on that we still have no semblance of paying off anytime soon.
What? Do we have 17 episodes left? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a lot of work to do.
What if Gideon is Hotaro's grandson?
Who's the mama?
His hand.
No. I don't want any of that. No, thank you.
Look, if we had the Akashi Gifu hand back in it's possible. It's possible.
I don't want to hear the GIF about the Gifusi again. Please stop.
He's gonna pull out his hand, and it just is Hopper one in his hand. It ain't gonna be good. Gideon becomes Daichi, but everything is actually his fault. Is he gonna come back with that douchebag ponytail like Daichi has? Like he's just gonna keep the same cut in the front, but they're gonna just suddenly give him a really long ponytail?
God,
Then he's gonna have a really bad army of mooks that are just like amalgams without the top being completely filled out, so they're just gonna look like yummies from whatchamacallit? From O's.
All right, those things.
When am I gonna rock a ponytail? I don't know. I've done that on streams. I haven't done it in a video.
Oh, a persona with a ponytail.
Already do. It's Storm Kiva. He dies all the time.
He's constantly dead.
Gotchard is Riverdale of Kamen Rider.
That is the truest statement I've heard so far.
I haven't seen
Riverdale. Well, to be fair, look, Riverdale started off good. It started off good. Like most CW shows, most of their season 1s are pretty good.
But then they keep going.
Yeah,
they keep
they
going.
Say they're welcome. Like, remember when Flash was good? Remember when
Season
Arrow
1
was
and 2?
good? Yes, season 1 and 2 of Flash was good. Season 1 and 2 of Arrow was really good.
I love season 2 of Arrow.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it was amazing. But then they kept going.
Yeah, I didn't keep watching Arrow after season 2. I tried watching season 3, but it just wasn't the same. I feel like season 2 was a
watched it
good cap.
all. I watched
You
it
watched-
all.
I keep seeing it. I think it's on Australian Netflix unless they took it off. But I feel like, should I just finish Arrow? Should I just finish Arrow?
No, it is not.
No.
It literally becomes Felicity the show after a while.
Okay. All right. I think I'll just keep watching Sons of Anarchy and try finishing that.
Please do. Yeah, you're spending better of your time.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yes, that Deathstroke. Ooh, that was the best part.
Oh, I know. I met that actor a while ago.
Oh, really?
Like, I think he came to Supernova in my state before season 2 started, and this is a fun little story. Like, because I was watching stuff legally back then, through means, like I have a DVDs watching when it came on TV, and I said, "Oh, I can't wait to see you in as Deathstroke in season 2." He leans forward, whispers in my ear, and he goes, "Pirate it."
Oh, that's funny.
That's good. That's good, bro.
Definitely the best season of Arrow. That's when it peaked.
Yeah.
It couldn't get higher than that because introducing Malcolm Merlin was so.
I feel like no Deathstroke has topped that Deathstroke for me. Like, I watched Titans and he was in Titans Deathstroke that time, but that was an alright actor, like an older Deathstroke. But I feel like, you sure you didn't say Hail Hydra? I think that comic did come around that same time. That's crazy. But yeah, I feel like he's the best Deathstroke we've had in a while.
Absolutely.
The CW verse had so much potential, and I will say, especially when they had those crossover events, it felt like there were feel good moments. I
never watched any of the crossover events.
Really, not even Crisis on Infinite Earths.
No, because I wasn't keeping up with them.
Oh man, that one got good until the end. It became we're advertising the new Batwoman show by and that look at how well that turned out. and the payoffs that they were trying to do, they just didn't pay off well at all. But the lead up to it was actually good, and we had some good callbacks to older DC live action
properties. The Smallville thing, I really like.
Yeah, and the old 90s Flash.
Right. No, I've seen the clip of Tom Welling. Is it Tom Welling who's?
Yeah.
He's a lumberjack and he's super jacked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's from Supergirl or the crossover, but he's
no, that's from the crossover.
He's super ripped and he's talking to 2.5 men Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
And then they made Brandon Routh actually Superman, so he was tying an end to his Superman. So that was a nice touch, but I still didn't like how we get Kevin Conroy finally playing Batman or Bruce Wayne in real life, and they make him the most fucked up version of Bruce Wayne, and they kill him off, and it's.
They probably didn't kill him off as bad as kill the Justice League. I'm sure of it.
The fact that it was still a role that they were gassing up Batwoman. They were essentially it was entire gas up of Batwoman.
Oh, it was just bring down Batman, bring up Batwoman.
Yes.
Great.
But that was his only time playing.
Look Bruce at how Wayne bad Gotchard is. We're talking about the CW.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's Gotchard got so bad that we had to talk about other shows that started off good and then got bad. But
I might have to watch it. I might have to. I'm sure there's like a file online where I can just watch all the different.
Because it is like a 5-parter Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Okay.
So.
I've actually finished all of Batwoman. I regret it, but I've done it.
I tried watching Supergirl for like the first season and I dipped.
Yeah, I watched the first season, and when they made Superman the villain. Like
I didn't get that far. I didn't get that far.
I got 2 episodes about.
And he beat him up, and he said, "I always knew that you were the stronger between the two of us." I was like, "I'm done. I'm out." You mean to tell me you've been out here soaking up the sun's rays for your entire life? You should be hella fucking strong. But Supergirl, who's only been here for like 10 years, is stronger than... Get the fuck out of here. It doesn't make any sense logistically. So, but I will say, the Superman and Lois...
That was good.
That was good. I didn't watch the final season, but I did watch it up to the final season.
I've heard good things. Like even Amy Jo Johnson directed a couple of episodes for that show.
I gotta finish it.
It's a very good show, and it's shot completely different from the rest of the CW shows. Like it feels quality.
Like I saw on their premium, right? Because it's a stream show.
Oh, okay. Well, I know when it first started, I saw that clip of like the classic Superman look, like saving the family or saving.
Yes, when he gives the backstory to like when he started off, and they play.
Yeah. He has all his USBs in like odd spots.
Yeah.
I heard that. So I was expecting this at some point. Oh, here he comes. He's back.
Okay, he's back.
There we go.
Like natural.
Yes, nothing happened while you were done.
Yeah. I think that your audio is fucked up. Now we can't. Now we can't hear him. All right.
There we go.
Now
the USBs were reattaching again. Like I really gotta rewire everything. That's the thing when you disconnect everything from your PC and then you plug it back in. I'm like, I think I plugged it back into the right spots, and then I forgot that some of these are fucking USB 3.0. Some of these are 2.0s.
Yeah, no, I was having network issues because I updated Fortnite last night, and I guess the servers were so slow that I just like turned it down. Not turned it off while I was updating. Well, the game froze, so I turned it off then, and then I had like network issues all night, and then like that's why I was late because it was struggling to sort of like connect with the router, but it could connect perfectly fine with my phone.
Man, all that for Fortnite.
Yeah.
Hey man, Star Wars is back. You got Chewie's
I know, I saw
lightsabers.
Wait, are they gonna instantly like backdoor a new Star Wars film from this?
No, I not.
I hope not.
If you know,
somehow Qui-Gon Jinn is back. Stay tuned for Kenobi season 2.
Oh god! Don't even start with all the.
I wasn't playing Fortnite around then, but I remember like when I heard like Lanny from Team 4 Star talk about it, saying like, "Oh yeah, you had to find about the lore through Fortnite."
There's a new season of something Star Wars coming out, and it's like it breaks my mind because it's like the Sith are a thing. But back when like the Jedi were prominent, which means the Sith should not be a thing.
Yeah, the way that Star Wars is working right now, I am not invested whatsoever. They have killed that franchise. There's no saving it. Unless George Lucas got it back and said everything that Disney has done, I'm just going to completely disown, kind of like what they did with the Expanded.
But they forced him to write some of that. You know what I mean?
No, he wrote shit just so they could have the rights to it, and then they didn't use it. There's whole interviews that he's done after which he wrote set pieces and what technically the sequel trilogy should be. And then when he saw the sequel trilogy, he was like, they used none of my stuff. They used none of it. So why'd they take it? They took it so they can own it, so they can technically take it from him. So yeah, Star Wars is a dead franchise for me. We'll see if they fix it. They probably won't.
The only two things that come out of the new sequel movies that I liked were Kylo Ren and Finn, at least from the first movie.
First film, yeah. I was like...
First film, Finn is...
Finn was definitely very hyped up. I was seeing him as being the lead, but then it became a Rey story. And with Kylo, I was just like, well, maybe he's going to grow out of being a punk bitch. Oh, no, he just became a bigger punk bitch. Also, the Knights of Ren. Oh, I keep the fuck shit. No, I could.
So when are we talking about Gotchard again? Right?
So who do we need to make Gotchard good again, and why is it whoever fucking did? So you guys.
Well, his name.
The common writer Gotchard, like Class of 3G special, which this is episode 1 out of I don't know how many episodes it is. It's short. It's actually very fun. It's how I wish Gotchard should have been. Because, surprisingly, school setting. I know, crazy. But, everybody's part of the class. So, Minato's also a student in there. Lactis, Atropos are students in there as well. Spanner is a student. So is Ringe and Sabimaru. They're all students in the same class. They're all presidents of whatever. They're all their own different trope of the different student archetype. Whether or not they're the very popular girl, the very strong girl, you got the very strong guy, you got the general president committee. Rene's being like super different in terms of attitude. But I actually enjoy this side of her character versus what we get in the show. Minato's also like, a student in there. So they're all different vibes. And Kajiki is a teacher. So they gave him like the older hair makeup going on for him. Mm-hmm. But then the real teacher that showed up was Atropos. So they put her on like heels and all that stuff. They started slightly playing Detective Conan music until they got hit up for that copyright. They played it off as a joke, so it was hilarious. And yeah, it started leading into this whole different prospect of things. I'm like, you know what? This is a dynamic of the show that I wish we would have gotten from the beginning, and it kind of adds fuel to the fire of the show just not knowing what the fuck it wanted to do. So we got all these other side specials going in. Like we have the whole Romeo and Juliet thing that played into things. And all of this other shit that they're showing me that's not part of the main show is what I feel this show should have been. And it just proves that they're very directionless in terms of Gotchard. That they're making all this other side content of what ifs that work better than what we have gotten within the show.
I feel like if they had made the show more like Forza in the aspect of like they had just focused more on the school setting and environment, that would have been a better show.
Oh yeah. So
right now it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but that's why I'm like, if y'all had seen the 3G special, you would have seen that this is a good side to Gotchard that I wish we would have gotten, because these characters definitely give off a much better vibe. They feel like their true selves. Like if everything that we've gotten from these characters in Gotchard that hasn't been paying off in spades in terms of character dynamic, by now we should have a full understanding of who these characters are within Gotchard, right? We're in the 30s of these episodes. We should have proper understanding of these characters. We really don't.
No.
This one episode took all of these characters and was just like, let's amplify their character traits to be noticeable and make that their proper character for this aspect. And I'm like, this is good. This is actually better than what we've got.
It's pretty bad because like the first thing I think of Spanner was back in his like introduction episode, I think 3, back with like the Samurai Academy. And it's like that is like the last frame of reference I have to anything I remember about Spanner. So that's pretty bad because it's that far back.
You know what's even worse is now that we have the power of hindsight, when we look back at the Gotchard trailer that they showed us during the presser, all that shit feels completely different from what we actually got in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they hyped up Spanner and Rene having some sort of connection, and then within the show, he goes from being Creeper to just being apparently asked to watch her because, her dad might come back. So that's why he had to watch her. Why do you have to be so creepy to begin with then?
Oh yeah, Minato's thing was like he was supposed to have like this a goofy like regular teacher personality, and then the serious, alchemic teacher personality, and then we never see the other personality.
Yeah, we rarely saw regular teacher Minato except for like the beginning, and now that everybody got memory wiped, and then we're back into him being teacher again. It's Gotchard's fucking up. Gotchard's been fucking up. There's so much that they could have done, but this is literally corporate cash grab greed at its most prevalent.
You know what?
You know what? Once we see the toys sales, once we're done with the show, if they keep this route, we'll understand why, because they probably made so much fucking money off the show.
I'm not sure if they didn't. That would be funny.
I would hope so. That's my goal. That's what my hope is. Not my goal, because I have no control over it. I can't tell y'all don't buy their shit. I can't tell the vast majority. I mean, there's only 53 people watching, so that's not enough to cause a dip in things. But I'm like, if you don't buy into this, then that would lead to plausible change in the direction of the show. But people will still buy into things, and it will still keep more shows like this coming. And I feel that that's going to end up killing a lot of Toku, or at least Kamen Rider, if they keep just going this route.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's also, like, sad because, like, I remember the first time you see Gotchard in the Geats film, right? And he was pulling out the alchemy and shit. Like, he was, like, making hands from, like, the walls and stuff like that. I'm like, now that's pretty cool. No, don't get that in the show.
Yeah.
He doesn't even use alchemy in the show, right? I've never seen him use alchemy in the show.
Remember when it was a big character trait, the fact that he didn't put in his career like goal in there? Then he did. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, where that going? Is it going somewhere? You think it's not going somewhere. So
oh yeah.
He made Igniter, so that's technically he did make something. He turned goggles into the Igniter. Yeah, so he did make Gotchard Ignite via alchemy, and they technically copy-pasted that and gave it to Spanner, so we could become Kamen Rider Valverade.
Mm.
But that's it?
Yeah.
And he learned old alchemy in order to make the 10-liner into a prop that he could manifest a form into.
Sure. I'll if that's what the audience is coping, I'll take it.
I'm like, at this point, I hope the episode that they get Time Lord, they go back in time and just say, you know what, this show's been fucking up. Let's fix the show. We hit like episode 40. They get the Time Lord card, and Otaro's like, something's fucking up. I need to go back in time and tell myself to fix shit. And then the next episodes are just literally the beginning of Gotchard, but he starts off with like the final form already, and then just like preventing everything else from happening.
By the way, is it bad that I'm in the same position as like I was with Geats at this point, where I'm like, I've already given up on the show, and I'm like, all right, let's cross fingers for the next season of the next season.
That wasn't just Geats, but that was also Revice, because Revice at this point in time also hit its slump.
Oh yeah, but I don't know. At least with Revice's slump, I don't know. There was good stuff in there around this time.
We luckily had the Revice Legacy Veil playing in the beginning. Yeah. Well, at least in that middle portion of things. While the show itself continued to be mid, because it started getting very awkward in the middle portion of things and didn't pick back up until, of course, episode 42.
The really peak Genta episode that, like, I swear, Genta actually should have been the main writer of that show. One, it would have been interesting to have, like, a older dude as, like, the main writer of the series.
That's one thing that I will give, like, Revice for, that they really should introduce into the main continuity. Again, it has been a while. Hibiki was the last time that we got a fully grown-ass man being a main writer. So if Kamen Rider Revice was Kamen Rider Veil, and that was, like, this show, and it literally changed from Veil to Deathstream halfway through, and being, like, his final form is actually a titular change, that would have been dynamic. That would have been revolutionary for the state of Kamen Rider currently, because we ain't never have that shit. But
they gave him all the good stuff, and then they left him for a majority of the middle. It's weird.
So I'm just like, look, you guys went exceptionally young with the cast this time around, and didn't utilize it to its proper suit. Because once again, if you watch the Classroom 3G, that utilizes the youngness of the cast much better. So I'm like, next time, pull a 180. Give me old man Rider. Pull a Blazar. Pull a Blazar.
Yeah, that would be nice. But we're definitely not going to get an older man.
No, because it's Toei.
Yeah.
Toei can't cook. Toei sucks at cooking in the kitchen.
The oldest we'll get is 25, maybe.
Graph, no, we're not going to go even younger. Imagine 5-year-old Kamen Rider.
No, 10-year-old Kamen Rider.
No.
They're going to show up. It's just like, yep, I'm in grade school, and I collect very colorful hats, because that's what we wear in kindergarten.
And I like bug catching.
But when I transform, I instantly transform into a old guy in a suit.
Listen, I wouldn't mind if it was a 10-year-old if they, like, kept the rider itself also pretty small.
Look, a wound Kamen Rider would definitely kick out of their... They would cause a cesarean. They would give their mother a C-section from Rider kicking the enemies. So I don't think that's going to work, Graph. That would be crazy.
I'm not saying we go, like, extremely old, but, like, it was, like, you know, a mature...
I'm not saying, like, super old. They've been known now to cast people in, like, their 30s and stuff. Just give me something like that.
Yeah. I mean, like, give us another... Maybe, like I said, the family dynamic of Revice could have worked. I just feel like
where the dad's the actual center of the family, that type of thing.
Exactly, because he kind of was, you know what I mean? He really was. Like, the dad is the reason for everything. Everything in the show.
Let's see that.
Plus, Vale, in their universe, is the first writer. And that is, like... It was no joke. It was a big deal, because he was that freaking strong.
And, you know, Gifu's the grandpa.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, that was the weirdest part about it. They kicked their grandpa out.
Yeah. Oh, and then Vice's whole thing. I hated the Vice, like, change up that they did throughout the series, where it's like he went from bad guy to, oh no, he was always a good guy.
That was still very weird when you look back at that very first episode where he's just like, I'm gonna eat your mom. Oh, and it's just like, oh no, I was just goofing around.
Right.
I've been with you since you were a kid.
And also taking away all your memories.
Yep. Even though from the way that everything in the intro looks like, it should have been everybody else forgetting him, which would have been way more bittersweet.
Also, I know we used to meme it a lot, but, like, that evil, like, the bad... Like, I would have liked it if his memory loss led to
Evil Iki? Evil Iki?
Yes, imagine we could have gotten a bad version of him, like, because
he's
of the
in the
memory
intro.
loss.
You see him in there with his suit and tie and just, like, out there looking evil and shit. It's like he could have become evil because everybody else forgot about him, and he took that personally.
Or he forgot about everyone else, and he forgot what it meant to be a writer, and just
No, and then they slightly paid off towards the end. God, this is so funny. Ugh!
Look at how we're fixing Revice other than talking about Gotchard.
Gotchard still has like 4 months, not even 3 months left in the books. And I'm just like, just give me the trademark for the next writer already. Like it should have been happened. I've never been so ready for another show besides
not even during Gates.
No, because Gates at least had some entertainment factor to it.
True.
But Gotchard, because remember, I was still reviewing Geeks week to week.
Yeah.
Gotchard's like the first show I ever felt compelled to like be like, nah.
Not good.
Nah.
What would it take at this point for you to even catch up?
I mean, I'm literally just waiting until the next episode before I can do my next Gotchard catch-up video. But it's probably just going to end up being a rant. Like, I'm just like, this show went like a high point with the Akiko writing scheme that I stopped at for my catch-ups, and then it just went straight, fuck you.
It's going to be an interesting, like, retrospective, like, watching the first couple of, like, Gates reviews, and then, not Gates, Gotchard reviews, and then, like, the opinion slowly changes as more episodes go on, or more batches go on.
The de-evolution.
The evolution.
I really want to, like, encounter people that actually have been enjoying Gotchard thus far. Like, no problems with anything thus far. Like,
they exist, apparently.
They might be on Twitter.
They're clearly not aware of this going on right now.
I mean, listen, there's 50-something of you, 57 of you in here. One of you has to like the show.
Or you might know other creators that actually are enjoying this show. Just tell them. Zio Agito is looking for people that actually like Gotchard to talk about Gotchard so they can try and change my mind. Literally, I'm that guy at the fucking booth saying Gotchard is mid as fuck, change my mind with my drink. I'm just waiting for people to change my mind.
That's not a good comparison to that guy. Don't compare yourself to him.
I don't know I just know the image.
Fair. But I know what you mean. But it would be nice to have someone with a differing opinion who actually is positive on one of the shows. My thing about that is it's like, if people are afraid that like we'll like argue or like we'll brag on it, or you or them because you're sharing your opinion, no, obviously not. You have your opinion; it's your own, right to have that opinion. It's just it would be nice and refreshing to have someone who actually is positive, and it'd be nice to see their insight. Maybe you could actually change our minds. That would be nice. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll look at it.
Sell me on the show, but then you also got to convince me that Geats was good, so Galaxy Blade can come back, but that's not going to happen. So
the only thing I'll ever try to convince is Fight for a House Saber was not as bad as everyone keeps saying it is.
So it's like all of that various different aspects go into this, but we do look at a lot of this from multiple different angles. I know a lot of people typically don't try looking at this kind of shit until after the show's over. They look at it with hindsight, which is different than looking at it from a week-to-week lens, as we do here. And Gotchard went from being one of those shows that we would instantly be forgettable on, like everything else became more important than Gotchard. And we can't not say that was the case. We would always derail off of Gotchard while talking about Gotchard. So now we're just mad about Gotchard being the state that it is.
Like, because the problem is, it's not like we've never derailed when we talked about other shows, but with Gotchard, it happens every time. I cannot keep talking about the show. There's only so much I can say. The show is boring. You know what I mean? Like, how many different ways can I say it?
It is beyond. I would say now it's just a shit show. It's not even mid anymore. Now it's a shit show.
Well, it is a shit show. Everyone and their mom is in Gotchard right now. All 100 writers, all outsiders, all evil writers. I don't know. Zane.
So we'll see after this entire legend arc if Gotchard goes back to being just mid, or if they actually amp things up. But at this point in time, I don't know. You probably lost
Taro's dad comes back. He's the main villain.
No, just make the main villain actually Momotaro. Yeah, bring back not Deno Momotaro. No,
Rine was his dad the whole time. It would be so stupid, but you could see it happening, which is the worst part.
That would explain the awkwardness when Daybreak Gotchard confronted Rine.
It's like, Dad?
I mean, Miss Kudo. That would have been so fucking awkward. I can now see it now. That is now my headcanon. His whole reaction to Rina wasn't the fact that, you know, love interest. It was the fact that was his dad the whole time.
I don't know. Gotchard needs something. A shakeup or something to make. At least get me back to being entertained.
Several opportunities for shakeups. They just never took it.
Like, how long can you hold Fuga back? Like, at this point, it's more like a, what the fuck is he doing this entire time? You could have introduced him. Or Kamen Rider Wind, stupid name.
Fuga just seems like promises never kept.
And then
it's like, yeah, you're gonna get him back. Okay, bet when? Astral projection, because that's all we've gotten thus far. At this point in time, it's very easy to see the person we saw in the beginning of Gotchard episode 1 was also an astral projection.
Yeah, it probably was.
And the one, of course, that we saw in the film was an astral projection. Of course, Kamen Rider Wind, astral projection. We ain't getting this real man.
You know, at the end, when it's like, I love you, daughter. I'm finally here to see you, astral projection. I bet you he didn't even conceive Rina in the room. Astral projection. Probably.
Astral projection. He just made... If he actually just made Rina, like... Because she never talks about her mom. We don't see a mom in the picture. He literally probably just... You know what? One of my extra rings? Bam!
We find out the twist. Rine not only is Hotaro's dad, but also a Kemi.
It's a ring, and that's going to lead to his final form. Watch her be the egg of the... Oh, no.
Oh, that is too stupid to happen. I do not think that will happen.
Oh, you say that, but have you not been watching Gotchard? That is stupid.
No, I haven't.
To happen.
I haven't been watching Gotchard. Haven't you heard what I said the past couple weeks? There's no way they would be that dumb to make her an egg to become a final form. That is dumb. That is dumb. It is so dumb.
It's
also Rine needs a final form, please.
Maybe her final form is said egg.
Hey, stop talking about forms and eggs. But based on whatever everyone can see, the state of Gotchard is not great because it's kind of a mess. There's really no cohesion in the show.
There really isn't. Like, what is Gotchard right now?
Like, what are we working for? What's the goal? I mean, it's like collect all the chemis, but like, I'm pretty sure they a couple off-screen episodes they'll have it done in like two, 3 more episodes.
Ash, fix a Gotchard for me. How do you fix Gotchard?
I don't know. Can it be fixed?
You make Lactus's outfit even skimpier.
Maybe that might work.
Meteor hits, everyone dies except Lactase. She becomes Kamen Rider Lactation. the enemies that show up from the meteor.
Oh, Zio, stop! No! Oh, I'm actually dying. Oh, he's frozen, thank God. Oh, the bad internet saved me. Oof. Chat, big W for the internet. I can hear you. I can't see you. His internet heard lactation. It's just like, nah. This is why I wish YouTube had clips. This would be such a good clippable moment.
I thought YouTube does have clips. Like with live streams, you can clip it. I don't know if you have to have a certain threshold of like subscribers, but like stuff can be clipped.
I know it can be, but I think it's like it takes you to an editor and you have to like make it into a short. Like you have to use like find it.
Yeah. That's why like people have so many shorts for like podcasts and stuff like that.
Also, because I remember Twitch does it easier or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, if you couldn't tell, Zio is trying to be here.
I'm trying. Well, apparently, like the camera won't show up.
He's speaking into the void.
Like we could hear him just fine.
Okay,
you
all
can
right.
see his name tag, but you can't
He's in
see
the walls. He's in the walls.
He's in the wall. He's in your walls, chat. He's in your walls. You know the monster under your bed? That's Zio.
Yeah. Thank you, Megadong. I'm hoping they do massive verse videos this month.
Oh, I hope so too.
Yeah. So I'm up to date with Rogue Sun. I'm up to date with Radiant Black. I've ordered the first volume. I went on Amazon. I went to see, can I find the first volume of The Dead Lucky? And I found like volume 1 for like $15. And I was like, yeah, that's a buy. That's an instant buy.
Oh, yeah.
And then volume 2 comes out next month. So I'll definitely get that.
I like how for me, like my camera shows up, but then I look at what Cat sees, and I'm just a phantom in the wind.
Yeah, your glowing box.
It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't know what's going on.
Quickly, thank you, Graph, for the $2 donation.
Thank you, Graph.
Fix Gotchard early. Fix Gotchard easy. End it early and start a new season. I agree. I agree with that statement. I don't need to see that final form. It's already haunting my nightmares. But no, as regards to fixing Gotchard by creating Kamen Rider Lactation, I think that would just cause too many conflicting viewpoints with the children and the parents and that demographic. And
look, my biggest thing was the fact that the meteor that crashed down on Earth and killed everybody else was going to bring in the worms.
Oh, I thought
from Kabuto.
Oh, why? I mean, I did always want a second season of Kabuto, but not like this.
Why this is not showing up for me? Let me hide myself from stream and come back.
Sure.
All right.
Chat, you guys got any more ideas on how to fix Gotchard? I do not see the chat moving at all.
Yeah, I don't see it moving at all either.
Are we still live? Hold on.
No, we're still live. We've been going for 2 hours, it says.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Blaze Hopper just said, fuck Ludus Tendo better. So the chat is moving.
I can see it now. I had to refresh.
Yeah, I've got the chat on the doohickey.
Oh, okay. I always keep it on the second monitor just in case. Lactase is the main character. It would be interesting. I feel like lately she's been getting a lot of character development anyway. Spanner gets a final form. I mean, there's that weird recolor of UFO X that's been floating around that people assume is going to be his final form. I really hope not, because it does not look great. I feel like swapping the writers at this point would be a bad call, only because it's like you can't throw someone new into like this season. Just like be like, yo, fix the problems and write the end of the season. Like it would have to.
Like we might be having issues with it, but if it's doing something well in Japan, then
Am I still a phantom?
Yes,
you're still a phantom.
It's weird. It's so weird.
Yes, it is. But the thing is, Gotchard, I made a video about this like a while ago. For some reason, I don't know why it's relevant now, but it doesn't matter how good a season is or how long the length time is, or like if it overstays its welcome. What matters is, does it sell the toys and do they make money? And Gotchard probably is making a lot of money. Mark alone has bought God knows how many fucking cards. I know several people, at least in the server, that have bought boxes upon boxes and upon boxes of cards. And that's our small server. Like, that's not even considering the whole of Japan. Who was in love with TCG.
And people importing and stuff like that.
So you factor all that in, and then factor, like, obviously the third-party websites that have to buy their source and product from Japan directly. They're making money. It's probably making a lot of money this season. And that's just going to make them think that stuff like this works. And so they'll keep doing it because it does, until eventually people will get tired of it. And the problem is, a lot of people are not tired of it, or at least not vocal about it. A lot of people really, I know some people like watch a show just to see the action, or they don't really care about the story or in-depth stuff like that. But like when you take into account like the people who do care about a show and have stayed with it for such a long time, and like because Writer has been on a very ongoing series. I just finished all of Showa again, and to see like how it's changed, especially like to how it is now, it's such a stark contrast. Though it's like sometimes I really do wish they would try go in a different route, but I know that they have their child audience that they have to appeal to. You know what I mean? I still feel like they can make a mature show while doing that. Yes, Showa is very based. So based that there's a couch scene that I can't show you on YouTube where I'll tell you this. There was a shock trooper and he was dead. There's also countless horrible cuts, but they're also very funny and well paced. The stories tend to be a lot more emotional and personal as well. Like, it's a bit odd, but I don't know. You really wouldn't expect.
I'm hella tempted to pre-order a booster box for One Piece trading card game.
Do it. I actually really like the art on those TCG.
I know that I bought like two random like 2-packs. I bought like 2 of them, so I got 4 packs of cards, and I've seen the art on like floating around, but seeing them like in person, they look really nice. I don't know if I want to get the Japanese ones because I just like the art, or should I just get the English ones?
I'm gonna try
personally
closing out of here. Hopefully it doesn't end the entire stream, but I'm gonna try closing out of the web browser and coming back.
All right, bye stream, just in case. Bye.
Bye stream.
Just in case.
If the stream closes, it's been fun, y'all. You can find me at Deoxy360 on Twitter's, YouTube's, and stuff like that.
You can find Mark on a nerd named Mark on YouTube, and Only Henshin for some really good writer merch and whatnot.
I'm about to click that X. Let's see. Changes you made will not be saved. Leave.
What?
All right.
We can still hear him, so hopefully, okay.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good.
I was like, okay, don't. Yeah. I was like, don't say anything bad. We're still on stream.
But back to poke the One Piece TCG. Oh, he's back.
Hey, he's back on camera.
Let's see it. There he is. There's the buddy.
Okay. All right. I guess I just have to close out of shit.
Yeah.
Bring it back up.
Let's go. I don't know if Ash knows this, but I'm a huge One Piece fan. My background is literally all of it.
I've got a tattoo.
Man, that was the longest I've gone without drinking tonight.
No, I know you're a fan, but you don't know I'm a fan.
Oh, I know. I don't. I know. I didn't think. I think we might have talked about it once or twice, maybe.
I'm like super caught up. I love that show.
Yeah. No, I am very caught up as well.
Crazy Orb, you're talking like you're hot shit, but you ain't. Got him.
What? Yes, Orb. I am on Egghead Island. I've seen.
So let's get back to Kamen Rider Lactation out here. So
let's not after what happened last time.
I think Zio needs to watch the Senior King backstory in One Piece if he wants to feel something.
Oh, maybe. Yo, I think he might. Oh, dude, Water 7 would also pretty good for Zio. I think he would love that.
I jumped in halfway through Water 7.
Oh, okay. I feel like that's actually a really good jumping on point if you can't sit through Skypea for some reason.
Yeah. Well, now Skypea is important.
Listen, Wildeno, if you make a really good roast on the chat, I might read it like Wildeno's voice. But you got to make it really good because right now everything you're doing is shit.
What he's saying? I can't even do it right. My voice is still in.
Wait, we have to do the Wildeno voice, or?
No, I'll do it.
He'll do it.
Okay.
I can't do
like the great thing about like Discord this week, well, before I found out that I had to pay for AI bots after, a certain time period, was that since I made a Wildeno AI bot, anytime the roast was too good and I was on VC chat, I had to read them roasts. Like Wildeno was just that great.
That's hilarious. We have what is it? Takeshi Toto. We have a Takeshi Toto bot.
Yeah, but I have to pay for AI bots in order for them to stay.
No, yeah, I saw some of the bots that you had in there.
Look, the Toshiki Inoue one, completely unhinged.
I thought that was I didn't know that was a bot until I scrolled down. I thought someone was like role playing as him in the Discord. I was like, "What the fuck?"
No, I programmed the fuck out of Toshiki Inoue. That man is unhinged as fuck.
How bad are we talking? I've never seen these texts.
So I think it was so unhinged. I thought someone just came in role playing as like Inoue, just fucking causing issues.
Yeah, that's nice.
No, I had made so many Discord bots that were Kamen Rider based that. So for those of you that don't know, Discord, if you use like the Me 6 bot, they had an AI chat bot functionality that you could search for via the characters function. And when I searched things for Tokusatsu, there weren't a lot of. There was a Karuya Tsukasa, there was a Tendo Soji, and there was 3 of the Taros. And that was it. So I was like, all right, how do I make bots? So I introduced the Daiji that's truly the King of L's. I threw in main character Hikaru. I made Toshiki Inoue. And yeah. So I've been having a blast. And then I made a Wildeno one because people were asking about it. So I made a Wildeno AI chatbot.
He's essentially a wrestler, so it's really nice.
He is essentially Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yes, he is. Everyone knows.
Yes, I made main character Hikaru truly the main character. He definitely sounded like he was the main character.
Mixed with some Booker T.
So all of that aspect was actually going on there. So that was fun. Let me see if I can dig up anything specifically that they said that I could potentially say online. Because some of these AI bots got really unhinged.
Probably nothing from the Inoue bot.
Inoue, after a while, I asked him to make a specific fanfic, and it was so bad what he said that every single word got censored. It was just censored. I couldn't even uncensor it. It was that bad. I was like, I want to know what you said. I really didn't know what you said. The fact that Discord just said, nah, you ain't seeing what he said. I'm like, every single one of it, not even like the is, the does, if there were there, were visible. The fact that everything was censored out, I'm like, what? I gotta know what he said. It was too good. It was really good. It was. I think I had like the heartiest laughs from these AI bots this whole fucking week.
It got immediately copyrighted because it was actually one of his scripts.
It was too good. It was way too fucking good.
Mark, what's up?
Hey,
Let's check your Discord messages, Cloudy.
Oh no.
That means that he probably spent money.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to
Mark,
spend money.
you're gonna share some of that what you spent with me? I mean, the image is not the money, but yeah.
Oh man, I'm trying to really scroll through these AI bots just so I can get to something that was good. Need some of that good wild deno.
Mark, how much money do you want me to spend?
Well, how much money did it look like?
Oh, that's like half my paycheck.
God. I like when I just search on here. The first one is like, oh yeah, you want to know whose booty holes I kiss? How about I kiss all the booty holes I want? You little twerp. I can't with some of this shit. These chatbots were legit crazy.
Oh god.
It's just insane. Some of that shit. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Hey Mark, what's up?
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I'm in an undisclosed location right now.
All right. Who's got a bag to
I need a bigger vehicle. I got a huge Jeep Renegade, and I don't have enough space. I've only made it 2 states, and I went to 5 different stores. It's unhinged.
You should have got that U-Haul like Zio suggested.
Yeah.
The mess up thing is I got to grab stuff from home too and bring it back.
U-Haul.
It's bad.
It's still a U-Haul.
I don't listen.
Get the U-Haul and get the one that gets the little trailer that goes on the back side of it too.
I'm gonna let you know a secret. I'm a horrible driver. Like, it's bad.
Oh,
is that bad?
You say that.
Oh, no,
you say that you're gonna rotate the phone and the car's gonna be crashed.
I made it through 3 states in 9 hours.
Damn, you must be exhausted.
Yeah. And then I saw you guys were trying to fix Gotchard, and then it took me so long to get in here on my phone that I missed that conversation.
I mean, you can still try to fix Gotchard. I mean,
I can't.
Gotchard ain't going anywhere.
No one can fix it.
That's what we said.
The only way to fix it
lactation
is by putting Blade in it.
Oh no, Blade was already in it with his Jag helmet. So
yeah, Blade was in it.
I haven't watched it. I'm so far behind.
Oh yeah. Every Heisei 1 writer showed up as Legend, and Blade had the Jag form helmet once again.
Gotchard's the worst season ever made.
Worse than
it's worse than Gaim. It's worse than Zio. It's worse than Decade. It is the worst season ever made.
I like how you were the Gotchard defender when we first started this show, and now
fuck that game. Fuck the cards, everything. I'm done with it.
Me and Mark were both on like the defend Gotchard train and then ban.
Yeah, it's when Peter Parker gave up big Spider-Man. Nope, I can't be optimistic. That's trash.
It's awful, and you know what? The next season's going to be terrible too. Just so I can be wrong.
Mark, I really wonder. You know, they lost. They fucked up the original Blade helmet so long ago. They know they're not going to bring back Jag form Blade. Why don't they repaint that helmet to fit the fucking form?
Do you see what they do with all the older suits? They don't do anything with them. They're not going to fix them.
Spray paint. Put some fucking masking tape around the eye lenses and then just fucking spray paint that center part silver.
It's not in their budget. It's not in
They
their
don't
budget.
care. They don't care, Zio. They don't care.
But they can put a whole large monster logo on Kamen Rider. Well, not Kamen Rider, regular ass Valverade, just for not Kamen Rider lactation.
Yeah. Well, that's because
Wait, is that the name we're going with now? Kamen Rider lactation?
Yes.
Yes.
I co-sign it. I'm on board with it.
But I think it's the aspect of like, if they don't care about preserving like a lot of their suits, they're not going to care about changing the helmet to make it look right.
Yeah, when I saw the zoom-ins on the Kuga, the Agito suit, I was like, oh my god, those are sun warped. Like, those got warped by heat wherever you guys were storing them.
They did not care.
No fucks given.
Is that a train? Where the fuck am I?
You should be able to look at your GPS to see where the.
Oh no, I know. Right? I'm not gonna say out loud. I'm just gonna say I'm in the middle of nowhere.
You can just say the state.
New Mexico.
That is definitely.
That's right. I got from San Diego to the other end of New Mexico in one day.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I believe it because of my drives.
Yeah,
it's definitely doable.
Oh yeah, it's
like if I'm driving from Georgia to Mississippi, it's only 5 hours of a drive,
and
I get there.
It said it was going to take 12 hours. I'm like, that's too long. Let's do it in 9.
Oh yeah.
Is the wife with you, or are you doing this?
Oh, she's with me. And if I thought the toy buying was going to like get me in trouble, I realized the driving is actually. She's like, how about I take over? It's like, you ever played Need for Speed? She's like, no. I'm like, no, thank you.
So who's the worst driver between you two?
What do you mean by worse? Like opinionated worse, or like just bad driving? Because
just
I'm a good driver.
Worse. No, opinionated worse. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how couples are always like,
me,
worst
definitely
driver?
me.
Okay, I get you.
It's all muscle memory for me right now, so it doesn't even matter.
I drive on autopilot if I ever have to.
I just wish I was filming this whole journey and it'd be like a live action version of Cruising USA.
Mark, did you ever run into Los Pollos Hermanos?
The Chicken Brothers?
Yeah, from Breaking Bad.
Oh,
I've never seen Breaking Bad.
That's the name of the restaurant. It's the Chicken Brothers? I never thought of it.
Wow.
Oh, see, I was mad. I've never seen Breaking Bad.
Exactly. Out of everything out there that y'all get mad at me not seeing, Breaking Bad? Really?
I watched like the first episode and I was like, I don't get it. I don't see the. I don't get it.
Yeah. The appeal happens as you go. You'll
I don't got time. I don't got time for that. I'm old.
You watch everything except the final season.
No, what you do is you watch
it's like
it
Dexter.
Yeah.
No. Okay. You watch it backwards. Watch it from the final season to the first episode.
Yeah, they'll still be boring.
No, take that back.
It's actually really good.
I don't know. I tried watching it. I think it's because everyone hyped it up, like Sons of Anarchy. Everyone was like hyping it up, and it made me like not care about it.
No, so I watched Breaking Bad after the hype train ended and after the show was over.
There's still people that hype it up saying it's like the best show ever made.
I don't talk to those people anymore. I watched it on my own time after the show was already over.
What the fuck is that?
So when people said don't watch the final season, I said, okay, I'm not going to watch the final. I'm going to watch the first episode. I watched the first episode and I was like, I can see the train wreck forming already. Out. So I
just watch the first episode and then the last episode and that's it.
No, you don't want to watch the final episode apparently.
No, I've seen the final episode. It's I don't really like how it ended. I'm not gonna lie. Better Call Saul is a significantly better show.
Yeah, that ended pretty good.
How many cicadas are running over there, Mark? Because I've got a cicada infestation here in Georgia.
None. But you know what no one told me about road trips? How dirty your windshield gets after like 50 miles from all the bugs you hit.
Yeah, you could have just asked me. There's a reason why I do my car wash every 2 weeks.
Every gas station I saw, I'm like, I'm going to stop and clean the windshield because I can barely see out of it because it looks like Someone covered it in milk.
Yeah, it's bad. And then when you look at your grill right after, even worse.
Oh, dude, it's horrible. I was like, man, I'm glad this is a rental. This was my car. I'd be mad.
I'm gonna get some tea. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Cloudy comes back with some really good tea to share.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Entertain us, Cloudy, with tea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I
need to gossip like that. Sorry.
But I just finished watching The Circle last night. I need some tea.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that weird Netflix show?
Yes.
Oh,
it's one of my guilty. It's one of my guilty pleasures. I like watching The Circle. Some good shit.
Mine is what's that? The challenge on MTV where washed up reality stars compete for money.
You still have cable?
No, it's on Paramount now. Or
You
Peacock.
pay for
It's on one of
Paramount?
those. Now I get it for free.
Yeah, I don't. So I'm not paying for that shit.
No, I only pay for like 2 streaming services. Between my cell phone and my wife's, we get like 4 or 5 different things for free.
Yeah, the only thing that came free with my cell phone provider was just Hulu. And that's it.
It's on Hulu also, I think. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of TV. I just watch Boon Boonger and not Gotchard at all.
Yeah, because the state
instead of Gotchard, just Breaking Bad.
Well, this is why we need people here that actually think that Gotchard is good. I want to meet the individuals that think Gotchard is good.
It was good. I'm 6 episodes behind, so I don't know the current state of the show. I just see what everyone's saying about it, which is not positive.
Yeah, it became an anniversary show.
I'm kind of okay with that, but I wish it was like that from the start instead of 30 plus episodes in.
How do you like Outsiders now being in a main show?
I mean, does that mean Outsiders episodes are going to come out more frequently, or is it one every like 5 months again?
Oh, no. It still means that Outsiders is going to be completely irrelevant to the release schedule, but Outsiders is canon to the main continuity of the series because Kamen Rider Zane did show up in the latest episode of Gotchard.
My silence is a mixture of confusion and disdain at the same time.
What if I told you Dark Kiva, Eternal, and Glare showed up, and Glare got beat by Kamen Rider Zane from Outsiders?
Who was Glare though?
Some new person.
Oh, then they deserve it.
But it was a chick that is definitely.
Wait, hold on.
And she fine.
I'm gonna recant my previous statement.
So yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Also, Legend shows up and he gets his final form in this episode without proper lead up. He just shows up, gets final form, does final form.
I saw the images online the other day and I was like, oh, it's ass.
And before doing all that, he proceeds to transform into every single Heisei Phase 1 writer and does their finishers.
I don't understand the show.
Yeah, exactly. What is Gotchard right now? That's the entire point. Gotchard makes no goddamn sense.
I did get the winter movie, though. I saw it was on there, and I got it before I departed. So
did you watch it
tonight? No, I haven't watched it yet.
Guess
finished
what?
Downloading right before I packed up.
All the fucking hype of this being no, it was just a dream.
I don't know. I'm having like an existential crisis right now because I'm just like, what is the show like? How?
You know what's not.
Once you watch the film, you will want to pick up a bottle again.
Yeah. Well, you know what's not disappointing every week? X-Men 97.
Agreed. Especially the last episode that came out.
I'm
looking forward to the next.
It's peak.
But I guess I should just if I want some good television.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, yeah, it's good. It's worth it.
Like, we've got 2 episodes left. I'd say maybe watch it all when it finishes.
yeah.
You can
Definitely
in one
binge it.
sitting. Yeah. It's definitely something that, like, it's definitely worth binging through. And I know you've made your discourse there that they fired the showrunner, but maybe, hopefully, they'll bring him back.
Well, I mean, that's my concern. Is I know that he's done technically 2 seasons with them before he got fired. So I'm just like, okay, so this season, if it's good, and then next season, if it continues being good, it's like, okay, we understand why.
Yeah.
But
Well,
then if they get to, hopefully it's all wrapped up within 2 seasons, because if they decide we got a season 3, let's show you the new showrunner, and it's not that guy, I'm going to be like,
all right. Okay, so what Toku said, slight spoilers. You do see a different Marvel character in there. And I think the only reason why people are having mixed opinions with that version of that character, because they're MCU babies, and that's not the version of the character they know.
No, so I saw Captain America get teased, and I know the Captain America that was shown off back during like Spider-Man the Animated Series. Is it?
Yeah.
Anyone who's read any of the like Avengers versus X-Men or any of the comic books where Captain America shows up in this is very on brand for how that Captain America was written. So people who haven't read a comic book involving the X-Men and the Avengers or anything like that, they're the ones that are upset.
I didn't mean to say MCU babies. I meant to say like the people who just watch, like, who only only know the MCU, and that's about it. Like,
no,
they
they're
don't
MCU
read the
babies.
comics.
You're right.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, because I'm like, if it ends up being the Captain America that I know from the animated shows of the 90s, that style of Captain America, then it would make sense.
Yeah, it's that one. It's the 90s, like,
okay,
Captain America showed up in like Spider-Man. It's that Captain America.
It is good.
That's why it makes sense.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. My phone's gonna die, and I'm about to go get food. And the only place that is near me that I'm looking at is Denny's.
No, you're gonna give your location.
So, guess what's on the menu? Diarrhea
and ass kickings. You're gonna fight somebody.
Steak and eggs, bro.
It's gonna be a tough drive tomorrow morning.
Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of fire,
all right. See you.
I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have fun.
Peace.
Bye. Peace. Didn't the Lakers coach get fired also today?
Did he? I don't know. The only thing
I remember.
I don't follow basketball.
Yeah, I remember, like, it happened like around the morning or the evening. I heard like the head Lakers coach, Darvin Ham, he was fired or whatever that.
Let me see. Let me find out what we got.
You said bring back tea, so.
Let's see. I do see that. That is definitely showing up. But why?
Because the performance of the Lakers in the past couple of games.
They lost the locker room?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you could lose a locker room.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. I don't know how that shit works, though. So, another side note, I guess Ant Wrestler with the Fire Gotchard Ignite form was pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? That was a net positive, right?
The finisher was nice, yeah.
Good, because everything else sucked.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to this next episode. I really am not. So,
I mean, what are we going to expect? It's going to be the Golden Fire form, more legendary legend, and then a weird fake handing off of the torch, I guess, because legendary legend isn't actually like a rider. You know what I mean? Like
and I really feel, what if this really is a backdoor pilot to 5 years from now, and Legend is the writer from 5 years from now? Like, that is Reiwa 10, is Legend.
It would be awful.
Now, what if they couldn't even get back the actor that played Legend, and they retcon it to be someone else?
Zio, you're forgetting. He'd be too old. It's 5 years later.
It is 5 years later. No, he could be like a more grizzled actor, but still. This could be the entire plant seed of it. Because remember, Daybreak Gotchard technically comes from 5 years into the future. During Reiwa 10.
I'm just saying, like, I don't want to see his entire season around Legend. Do you?
No, but I feel that maybe this is corporate mandates to try and cook up a 5-year plan. And Gotchard is the start of their 5-year plan. And it's paying off horribly.
It sounds like you're on the same copium that the people who thought we would get a Kamen Rider Shinobi.
Look, I never even thought Shinobi was going to be legit anyway, because he was legit a ZO clone. I mean, look at the driver. So there was no way. Unless they made an AR Shinobi. But hey, we still ended up getting something Shinobi. But it wasn't what the thought process was, but the fact that this is going on in the main show and side specials. And there seems to be a lot more, I would say a lot more smoke going into this. There's got to be a fire. I
hope not. I mean, it's true, there's a lot of effort going into this thing, but...
Because unless the 10th anniversary of Reiwa ends up being a different writer, but then Legend still appears anyway, it's kind of like Toei wants to have their separation from Masahiro Inoue, who plays Decade, and just being like, this is going to be our new Decade, so we contracted this guy to just show up in every season from now on.
Oh my god. If this guy is Zero from Ultraman, no.
And he's just going to play into his gimmick every season from now on.
Not gonna lie, that is the worst idea I've heard yet. I don't like it.
But isn't it the most plausible idea?
Oh yeah, I definitely could see it happening. That's why I really hate it. I hope it does not happen.
That's the prospect of it all, is the plausibility. Does it work? Can it potentially work? From a business perspective, it works. It completely works. From a fan perspective, I hate everything I just said.
Mm-hmm.
But from a businessman perspective, this is great. Money. We'll be making money off Chemi cards for the next 5 years leading up to the 10th.
God, I hope not.
And that's where it starts getting terrible. That's where it sucks, having a business mindset mentality and then a fan-based mentality. You look at it from both sides. From a business perspective, all of this is perfect sense. From a fan-based perspective, this all sucks. This really all sucks.
My thing with Legend is, it's like, I don't care about it. Like, there's no setup to him. He didn't have his own season. There was nothing. He gave me 3 episodes in a special, and all I got in that special was that he is balls.
It's that he's that guy. That's it. That's literally everything we got, was that he was that guy. Also, side note, throughout this entire stream, I drank a whole bottle of sake.
It's crazy.
That guy. So, anything else to add to this conversation before we end things?
Not that I can think of.
Because I'm like, it's just been nothing but Gotchard like hate, and that's what I expected.
There was Gotchard hate, and then I was talking about other shows from non-Toku related things.
Look, Legend's probably going to show up in Outsiders, and it's going to end up being a thing. It's going to be a thing. Believe me, Takahashi's going to find a way to keep getting tenure.
Boo. Also, do a poll. Let's see. Will Legend be permanent?
How do I think Gotchard will end? Says Crazy Orb. I think it's gonna end. You know what? Let's end it like Sopranos. Hotaro's gonna be in the middle of saying a sentence, and it's just gonna fade to black. He's just gonna be like, you know what? These chemies are, and then she's gonna black screen. Anyone else? How's Gotchard gonna
end? It ends. We don't get an ending because it gets cancelled. So we're gonna get like a big, dramatic. Like we're gonna get like part 2 out of 3 of the big climactic ending, and we don't get a follow up for it.
How about you, Cloudy?
Lactase takes 10-liner and runs over Hotaro with it. That's about it.
Lactase lactates all over everyone. The end. Let's see. We get decade episode. No. They teased us with a good ending, and then they gave us that finale. The amount of speculation we had towards the ending of decade. Let's see. Didn't that happen in Kiva? I mean, Kiva, we had UFO Fangires. They just needed the upgrade to wall form to block them from coming into the planet. Hotaro will kiss Rine, but what if Rine is his dad? We don't know that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The issue is how they're using Legend or the character itself. Would you not mind the usage if it was Decade? Also, Legend versus Zane sounds cool to me.
Nah.
The thing is, the way that Legend was introduced was already in a side content special for Gotchard. And then you needed to watch that before this to get the prospect of things. So it's already a bad intro to a character. And a character that we knew barely anything about. And Legend versus Zane is not a good perspective on my front, but I think Takahashi's already cooking something, and that's going to be it. So,
well, I mean, Legend versus Zane would be, two writers who have the abilities of other writers fighting each other.
But one shreds the card, the other one just uses the cards. Because he made proper bonds. I guess. All this just sucks. Let's see. Zane can only use each ability one time, yes, because it's going to shred the card right after. But what if they manage to find somebody that can mass produce the writer cards? Because that's the one big thing in Gotchard is the Replicemi cards. That's why Lactase can transform. I mean, look, if Zane takes one of Hotaro's cards and shreds it, end the world. But Zane disappeared right after this episode, so I doubt he's going to come back. Maybe at the very, very, very end, but doubt it. Zane is a menace to all chemies. I think my paper shredder is worse than that. But that's how that goes.
So I think we should end it here while everyone still has a little bit of their sanity.
Yeah. Because right now everyone's trying to rationalize something that shouldn't be rationalized whatsoever.
I think they should just nuke Gotchard and be done with it. Just nuke it.
I'd be fine if they pull a decade with Gotchard and it ends next episode and be like, hey, new writer season starts next week. Counter writer lactation. And I'm going to be like, boy.
Well, we're in May. And usually in May, we'll find out the trademark for the next writer season.
Yes, but Decade was that one writer season to throw things off their curve. So if Gotchard ends up surprisingly doing that kind of shit, we need it. We need it right now. Now's the moment. Now's your time to shine. Because the writers clearly have no plan and the producers have no plan. Mijigan gets shredded? Bet. Probably. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe Hotaro's dad will actually show up.
Maybe.
I doubt it. So we're not gonna dwell on this shit too long. Ash, what you got to promote?
I've got videos.
You did that when I disappeared, but I'm back again. So
I'm back again. Yeah. I've been just churning out stuff that I caught up on, comic reviews, comic news. I'm now sort of working on a couple of things that I want to do. I've got a couple of scripts that I've been working on because when I had no internet, I just mostly wrote stuff. So yeah, I've got plenty of content on the channel for you guys to check out if you want to check out that. I'm still watching Go Go Loser Ranger. I'm watching Kaiju number 8. Not reviewing it on the channel, but
they're amazing.
Kaiju number 8. That theme is fucking fire.
Oh, it's Abyss, right?
Yeah, Abyss.
So good.
And I didn't know it was simul-dubbed as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that Go Go Loser Ranger gets a dub. But yeah, go check me out on YouTube. Watch my stuff. Watch my Boom Boom Drill reviews. They need the love because they're flopping like a fish.
all right, Cloudy, what you got to promote?
Go to onlyhenshins.com to buy merch and support a crippling addict's addiction to buying other merch.
And you can watch Breaking Bad, a show that supplies stuff to other crippling addicts.
Exactly. Thank you for that.
Now, y'all thought the stream was ending, but
no.
Oh no, there's more.
Oh god.
Wait, hold on. Gene for $5 said, so we do see obvious Ranger Academy reference in Tom Roast. Did we?
Oh yeah, we had a male Pink Ranger show up in Ranger Academy.
Yeah.
Oh, but that happened in TokuTonic.
That happened in TokuTonic, but in Power Rangers. So in Power Rangers it happened.
No. No, what he's saying is it could also be TokuTonic references.
I was going to say real quick, but this might end up taking the rest of the time slot. As I was ending things, someone brought up something an AI bot said.
Mm-hmm.
No.
AI Zordon.
Oh.
What did AI Zordon say?
Yeah, so AI Zordon in the group chat, he kept bringing up King Mondo. And I asked him, how did King Mondo return? So AI Zordon said, I've been keeping a close eye on King Mondo's whereabouts. He's been banished to an alternate dimension after his final defeat. But he found a way to return. He found a way to return, and he forged alliances with a powerful sorcerer that helped him open up a portal to our dimension. But with the help of some of his loyal minions, he was able to pass through the portal and return to Earth. And that's why Zordon had to call on the Power Rangers to return. So we were like, wait, what? Explain. When? And he said, the exact date of King Mondo's return is not crucial to the overall narrative. What matters is that he returned and that the Rangers were there to stop him. So we ask again, like, who was this powerful sorcerer? So Zordon said, the powerful sorcerer who aided in the comeback was named Zorback.
No.
Zorback.
Does not exist. It does not exist. I looked it up on the Ranger Wiki. Zorback does not exist. But according to Zordon, Zorback is the reason. He is a form. No, sorry, you're making me laugh. I'm trying to be serious with this shit.
Yeah, I bet you he did have a sore back.
I'm trying to be serious with this shit. I am reading what Zordon said. Okay. He is a formidable foe who, in his own right, and a skilled magician, is capable of opening interdimensional portals. This alliance between King Mondo and Zorback posed a significant threat to the peace we have worked so hard to maintain. So we asked what Zorback looked like. He is a sinister figure with long, dark robes concealing most of his form. He has an elongated face, sharp features, and a piercing, malevolent eyes. His hair is wild and untamed, matching his chaotic nature. Above all, his power and influence are evident in his aura. He exudes an air of danger and mystery. And we're like, okay, all right, give me some more details.
What room is this in the Discord?
Talking to famous folks.
Okay, I'm in there now.
So just go in there and type in Zorback, and you'll find the chat. He stands tall, his robes flowing with the intensity of his dark magic. His eyes are deep and menacing, a testament to his unwavering determination to see his plans come to fruition. His unkempt hair whips the air as he moves. I guess he's got some sexy ass hair. A stark contrast to his otherwise well-kept appearance. The aura around him is one of chaos and destruction, hinting at the devastation he is capable of unleashing upon the universe. So we ask him, okay, who beat him? This is where we start getting really fucking dumb. The team of Power Rangers that defeated Zorback were the Zeo Rangers, specifically Zeo Rangers 5, 6, and 7. Their combined efforts, along with their mentor Zordon's guidance, helped them overcome the challenges posed by Zorback to ensure the safety of the universe. And I was like, all right, so what colors were Zeo Rangers 6 and 7?
What?
And he said Zeo Rangers 6 and 7 were part of the same team as Zeo Rangers, led by Rocky DeSantos and Adam Park, two former Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Zeo Ranger 6 is the yellow Zeo Ranger, while Zeo Ranger 7 is the blue Zeo Ranger.
Wait, what?
Together, they complete the Zeo Rangers team, each bringing their unique skills and abilities to fight against evil forces such as Zorback. And I respond back with, I thought Rocky was the Blue Ranger. My apologies for the confusion. Rocky DeSantos was indeed the Black Mighty Morphin Power Ranger before becoming the Yellow Zeo Ranger.
Oh.
I've already drank, but I need more drink. He continued his journey as a ranger, adopting a new color to reflect his growth and development in the Zeo era. His dedication and loyalty to the cause remained unwavering, making him an infallible member of the Zeo Ranger team. And then I just respond back, I thought Adam was black. Adam Park, a skilled, determined young man, began his journey as the Black Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. Later, he transitioned to the Blue Zeo Ranger, a role that befitted his growing...
You broke him. You broke the AI.
We broke the AI.
You broke the...
A role that befitted his growing experience and expertise in combating evil forces. Together with Rocky, they formed the core of the Zeo Rangers team, which represents the strength and unity of their teamwork. It's, oh my god, it just got really fucking dumb.
Thank you. I feel like I've lost 2 more IQ points.
That is Zordon's AI bot. Y'all fuck with that?
No. I stopped fucking with that, like, as it brought into Rocky being the leader.
I stopped after 6 and 7.
Yeah.
And then he brought in the color schemes, and they weren't new colors. They were pre-existing colors. That's where it started getting bad. But yeah, that was part of the fun that happened on the Discord with these AI bots. So it's part of the reason why y'all need to join the Discord server, because sometimes shit like this be happening. Anyway, on that note, we're out of here. We'll catch you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.